also
Wizard of
access
Oz
to
and
it, bro.
Casablanca.
Access to it is way easier now.
Casablanca.
You know, like when you were young, it was hard to watch shit before your time. It wasn't on demand. Now it's like, dude, it doesn't matter when the movie was. You can watch any movie whenever you want.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like a couple of years ago, I was just like, damn, you know what? I want to watch All in the Family, and I just had access
just
to
can,
instantly. Yeah, access to every episode ever made.
You know, that's what's fucked up with kind of the younger kids. And I sound like a fucking old fuck, but the reality is that, like, you know, I used to ask my daughter, "Hey, you want to go to the movies or something?" And she's like, "No, Dad. I mean, let me go to the movies."
I watch a movie here.
Why was it so fun when I was younger? And then I'm thinking, well, I didn't
You
have all the
another option.
technology.
Yeah.
Like,
You couldn't just go, no, I'm gonna.
that was
watch it
actually
right
a fun thing to go to the movies. Like, it was.
Yeah. I'm not, dude. Too. Like, if a new movie comes out and it's on like Amazon where I can pay extra and watch it at home, I'll always watch it at home.
Yeah. You don't go to the movies, huh?
I know when I asked my mom for money to go to the movies, I did not go to the movies.
Where'd you go?
I honestly would smoke with my friends. That's horrible.
I was
What if
just
your mom
telling.
sees this?
Huh?
What if your mom sees this?
I hope she won't. We're not live right now.
I know.
Oh, we are.
We are?
He's not gonna tell us. He just.
We just go.
Yeah, we always. We intentionally don't say when it happens,
Well,
so
I
you don't
hope
feel
she
that
won't.
awkward.
I hope she won't.
Yo,
Even
shout out to
then,
Lily's
you know,
mom just funding her
paying her back.
her weed. I was telling Sasha that today because my son's grown up. He's 14 now, and she was like, "Oh, I dropped him off at the football game with his friends," and I'm like, "Damn, dude, the kid's getting old, man. Like he's literally just right now, probably talking to chicks, drinking, sneaking like alcohol."
Imagine
under the
going back in
bleachers.
time when you were like that young, going into that part of your life. Like, that's an awesome time. I thought high school was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like so memorable.
Oh yeah.
You think of like what happens in that.
It's when you start to
your
kind
life.
of start making your own decisions. Like
Yeah.
everything before that, your whole life is determined. It's like now he's out there in the world by himself.
I
When
wish I
you're a
experienced
kid,
the college life. I never got to experience that because I was an idiot.
when you're a kid, like your friends are dictated or decided on who your parents want you hanging out with or who they want to hang out with. You know what I mean? And if they happen to have a kid your age, great. But it's like when you get to a certain point, it's like, all right, dude, like fuck everybody. I'm picking my own friends now.
Yeah.
And that's either good or bad. Who knows?
That's true. That is true.
You don't take your mom's money. You work.
Huh? This was when, like, honestly, it's so bad. I started smoking when I was 11 years old.
Jesus Christ.
How old are you? 13?
Don't be stupid, bro. Like, don't say that on our episode.
But
like, fucking feeding her
horrible.
booze and shit.
I'm 22. but
SWAT kicking the door. You're 22?
22.
Oh, I didn't know you were 22.
That's what I was saying earlier, because I was going to go get, like, a personal bottle of Douce, but I
Oh,
literally
right. You
lost
don't
my
have your-
wallet
oh,
last
yeah.
night. I don't know where.
Like,
I don't know what
couldn't
happened.
buy booze. They
And,
caught
but
me.
I know they're going to card me because I look 15.
Oh, damn. They're not going to let you throw them back at Topgolf tomorrow.
What do you mean? Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Oh,
We might
yeah,
be able
well,
to
I don't
finagle
care
it.
about that. As long as you don't need an ID
Smoke.
to,
Get in, no.
right.
no.
You can always just smoke, too, if you're a smoker. You're
You
more
can't
of a smoker
smoke
than
there,
a
bro. You
drinker.
can't fucking, it's inside a place, bro. You can't smoke in there.
You smoke outside.
Okay. Touche.
Touche.
And then you go in. Like,
It's a pain in the dick walk, bro, just to go smoke. Well, I guess for me it is. For most people, it's not. Just a regular walk.
Can you imagine at one point when in our lifetime we were smoking in restaurants at some point?
Oh, I can't believe it's so disgusting, dude.
Isn't that weird?
That's horrible. I know my mom used to tell me stuff like that. People would be allowed to smoke in hospitals even.
Bro,
Yep.
cars. I remember like
Planes.
riding
Yeah.
in the fucking car with my grandfather, just mad smoke, bro. Couldn't see shit. Ashtrays in
horrible.
every door. Like luxury cars had more ashtrays. It was a fucking wild time to be alive, man.
I remember because I smoked for almost 20 years and I quit after that. But I remember being kind of pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? I got to go outside just to
life. But when I look at his shirt, I could see
hilarious.
red from your interpretation. You know what I mean? Like I could look at his shirt and see the same color that I see everything that's blue, but when I interpret it is actually what you interpret as red. But you'll never know the difference because you've been told blue is a certain thing your entire life. So like you can't look at life through my eyes.
I get what you're saying.
Dude, and I don't know that shit.
Well, you know, it's just like colorblind people. They're not like they don't see everything black and white, but I think like their blues are more purple or something like that. So like if you're born colorblind, I think 1 in 3 men are. You're viewing the world completely different than everybody.
But even people that aren't colorblind, we could all be viewing it completely different, and we would never know.
Well, unless we agree, like you said.
Well, that's the thing is we agree, but you still don't know what color that shirt looks to me. We can say it's blue, but that's because
Why would you be lying?
it wouldn't be a lie. I believe that shirt is blue, and I see blue. But when you look at something,
blue.
my definition of blue and
Could
my
be
belief
different.
and the way my eyes interpret that color, it looks blue to me.
Right.
And it can look blue to you, but
A whole different
a
kind
whole
of blue.
different fucking could be
Or could be
red.
red.
It could be black, dude. It could be clear. Like you'll just never know.
That's right. That's right.
To me, that shit seems pretty
That's
wild,
some
man.
deep ass shit, dude. I gotta think about that one later.
Yeah, I love that, man. Cheers.
Hey, salud.
Cheese. I'm sticking
Sláinte.
a sip of water. But
Slide down the pole.
You drinking at high noon or is it good? I think they're like, you know.
I like them because they're,
It's alright.
it's just water. Like that's how I stay hydrated. If I'm drinking a long time, like when I golf, if I'm gonna drink all day, I need high noons because there's just so much water in it. You stay hydrated.
To be honest, I mainly started drinking them
Why
because
not just drink water?
y'all drink them.
Don't say that.
Me personally, I
What do you mean by
them, but-
y'all? What do you mean? She's like, I started drinking these because they're always around at work.
I didn't say all that, but you did.
What else would y'all drink them mean? Like when are we around y'all?
They don't know. You family.
Brandon.
Your
Literally
family.
came in the office one day and I like closed my desk drawer, dude, and all you hear is like clink, clink, clink. What the fuck's going on in that drawer? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Take a shot for Brandon.
You done, Brandon? Have a drink with us? One day we got to get you back. You know what's funny is Brandon actually started as a guest on the episode. On an episode, yeah.
This is actually an interview for you.
That's what I thought. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, I feel like it's like an interview or something.
No.
I was
What do you mean?
nervous.
What are you talking about?
Nah, you just bullshit with your
But-
boys, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you
it's
remember
true.
your episode? He's the only
I wish I
person to
was-
ever end an episode, aside from us. We're like mid talking. He's like,
That's
I gotta go on
hilarious.
my rides here. We're like, what the fuck, bro?
We're like, hey, what do you think about the? I gotta get out of here.
Last minute episode. Like,
Fucking chooch.
bye.
He gave like no fucks too. That's so hilarious.
I forgot. What did we talk about on his episode?
I felt bad because my sister was outside picking me up. My son was in the back sleeping, waiting for me.
Fuck them kids, bro.
Man, good times.
But yeah, I'm excited to get more, to read the full Bible. Just, I don't know. The historical value to me is a lot. Being able to hold those conversations that I hear you have, like with, what was his name? Caleb that was on.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was cool. And the time we had Andre on,
yeah.
it's like normally when people, there's just so much information in it,
Yes.
that can be interpreted in many different ways. It just makes
It's interesting to hear because of that.
Yeah.
Even let's say you're not seeking truth or anything like that. Nothing spiritual or whatever. Just to have the conversation about it and hear the diverse opinions and perceptions about religion and what the
Yeah.
people believe. That's interesting to me.
I mean, that's really it. I have no interest in finding God or becoming religious because of it. It's
Right.
just for the conversation
Yeah,
ammo.
because
But who knows? I'm not against
It's controversial. It's
But bro, wars happen over religion.
Yeah, I think how many people have died because of beliefs.
A disagree. Yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly.
Religion and women. That's why people fight.
But
Yeah.
that's something I always mention too, like, cause you guys like know. Well, he knows anyway. Like, I have a relationship with God. But I always say you don't necessarily have to live in religion to have a relationship with God. And I feel like with religion, that's where everything gets all twisted and wars happen and
Yeah.
it just.
You mean like
goes
organized
crazy.
religion? Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you. Organized religion.
yeah, like denominational. Yeah.
You ever do this or no?
No, thank you.
Brandon?
Josh has diverse opinions.
Brandon? What'd you say? Divert. Who's Millie with the Nooners? Oh, he's
I don't know. Anyway, so you have a relationship with God, but you're not like.
Did y'all just eat weed straight out the grinder? Yo.
Bro, Kristen, you.
Kristen, nah, it's
That's
what do you call
hilarious.
these? Mushrooms.
Yeah.
What are they called? Psilocybic?
Psilocybin.
Cyborg elastic? Mr. Boombastic mushrooms?
I don't know. It's like stuck though, like my throat. Fucking mushrooms in my throat.
You take a drink. That's a hilarious comment. Did you just eat weed straight out of the grinder? Like, we don't even smoke it anymore. Fuck it.
Like, let's get straight to it.
Brandon, I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I just forget that I'm recording sometimes. I'm just talking to my friends who also love you. Why do I keep fucking looking at that
Brandon,
TV,
bro.
Bruh, and blocked
Yo,
us.
that's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, Brandon, don't worry. I also have a reminder to send what I need to send tonight. And I have a backup plan, too. If I don't send it by a certain hour, our big dog Wes is going to send it.
Can you guys, like, discuss that?
Yeah.
Some other time.
Like, check out call. I'm sorry. This is why sometimes I'm like, yo, just throw it up real quick, say hi, and then take it away. We love you, Brandon and Kristen, but we can't keep reading it. I get distracted easily.
Do you consider yourself Christian? Are you Muslim? Are you...
Christian.
Yeah? Why'd you say that?
Right, I was like,
He's like, yeah. I don't know about all that, Lily.
I know. That's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like, especially like with organized religion, because I know that there's a lot of churches where, you know, if you smoke, if you drink, you know, if you just kind of continue with, I guess, you know, bad habits, I guess you could say. Thank you.
That's why we love Brandon.
With bad habits, I guess you can say there's churches that
She
will
just moves
kick
further
you out.
away
I'm
from
sorry. I don't know.
Like this. It goes like this.
No, I don't know.
Thank
It's just
you.
because I have something in my face. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, so I'm not used to it. But yeah. But I don't really believe in, I guess, organized religion, because I believe everybody has their own relationship with God and their own timing with everything. You know, everybody has their own path. You know, they learn things a certain way. Kind of just how you're explaining, everybody has their own, or your analogy, I guess you could say, their own perception of life, you know? So it's so...
Way to tie that back.
Of course. So there's going to be just, everybody has their own path, basically. I'm going to, you know, be on a word rumble.
Word vomit.
Word
No,
vomit.
salad.
Yes, exactly. Word salad.
That's what this is. We word vomit for 3 hours. It's I think that makes sense, man. Because I've always
Yeah.
believed that, you know, like I believe in something up there, some kind of power. I don't know, up there, left, right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like saying that, oh, I don't have to be part of a religion or be disciplined and do all these things, is almost like just an excuse to not wanting to prioritize a relationship with God.
I think
You know?
I definitely worded that incorrectly. Because
No, there's no incorrect or correct.
Right. I get what you're saying. But that doesn't mean to necessarily not try, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like they don't understand that. It gets so hard with religion in this conversation because, like,
Shouldn't.
everybody has, right?
You're talking to two very open-minded people who aren't tied to any religious. Well, I shouldn't say not tied to a religious belief, but nobody is gonna, I think, fault you for the way that you decide to worship.
Yeah,
I know I'm
just
not.
trying
If
to
Jay
word it.
does, I'll
I'm just
kick him
trying to
out.
word it correctly because sometimes I don't know.
Jay's just too high to pay attention.
I'm a little bit.
He's like, oh, hey, Lily, when'd you get here?
No, but at the end of the day, everybody has their own, you know, their own timing with everything and how they learn along the way. But of course, if you know wrong from right, of course, everybody has their own definition of wrong and right and learning and stuff like that. But it's all about making choices. And if you can make the right choices and, you know, give your fruits, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, if you've been reading the Bible.
Well, I don't eat fruit
The
anymore.
the
Look at
fruits
this
that you
physique.
can give out, you know, just love, kindness, and stuff like that. And, you know, just being forgiving, helpful, mindful, you know.
Where does that influence come from?
Fucking
with-
kid me, bro.
For you, like, why is your father religious? Is your mother religious?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's wait for him to finish texting.
I'm shutting off the fucking ring.
This
bro.
dude, he asked Lily, "Hey Lily, how about your mom and dad?" Turns away in text, bro.
Right. No, but no, I did pretty much grow up in a church. In a church,
Catholicism?
both my mom. Excuse.
Catholic?
You
Fuck
asked
you
me
just say
this
to me?
earlier. I said
Fuck
Christian.
you say to me?
No. Well,
Christian church.
right. But is it? Do you know like what kind of Christian? Like, is it Lutheran? Is it Baptist? Is it Catholic? Is it non-denominational Christian?
Is it bail?
You went to a building on Sundays? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also
no.
known-
I'm
also
asking
known
for a
as
specific reason. I'm not trying to be
church?
a smartass. So whatever that, all those people when they go there, you don't know if that was Catholic or
Protestant,
Protestant or
Jewish.
you just knew it was Christian.
I guess so. Yeah, I was also very young. Like I said, I was
Yeah.
younger. Now
Okay,
I'm more
yeah.
aware because I'm putting myself in that position now to
Yeah.
be able to go to church, not my mom or my dad.
You enjoy
Right.
going to
So-
church?
Hmm?
Do you enjoy going to church?
I do, yeah.
I saw a cool, I don't know, what was I watching? I don't know if it was a video or YouTube or one of our meetings. Might have been George talking, but it was along the lines of like, listen, man, when people really find that benefit from church, it's not because of where they are, it's not because of the building, it's not because of the pastor, it's not because of, you're in the holy building, it's because you're surrounded by people.
Right.
Like you're
Yeah.
surrounded by people who are looking for the same thing that you are and who are just longing for, like, in a community.
Well, you know what? Interestingly enough, when we say church, most people think of a building. They think of some kind of cathedral, whatever. But from the Bible, the actual meaning of church is a congregation, a group of people.
Yeah.
Can you look up what's the definition of church? Let's say, a wooden building. Okay, Jay doesn't know what he's talking about.
A holy building requiring no people.
A building, look. That's actually incorrect. Like from the Bible, as far as the Bible
need
is
more
concerned.
water?
No, I'm saying this is basically water because the ice cube.
You want a fresh ice cube? What do you want? Speak up.
Yeah, but how you gonna?
I'm going to probably dump that in and just let you take a new one.
Oh, you want
I
a fresh
don't-
one?
I don't agree with that.
Okay. What do you suggest?
French ice.
French ice?
Fresh
you know what
ice
it is?
cubes.
Bonjour.
Look up ecclesiastical.
It's all circular.
Yeah.
But if anything could,
Pour that in here.
Place
then.
of assembly
No,
How about
can you
that?
just
aside
pour
for
me
Christian
some?
worship.
I can
the
do
body
whatever
of
you want.
Christian-
This one or this
That's
one?
what it is. The
That
body
one.
of Christian believers. That's the actual definition of church relating to Scripture. So anytime it's mentioned when you're talking about religion and yada yada yada.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Outside of just saying a building, like for instance, the New Testament church. When, not to get into this big long story, but when Christ came down and he formed the new church, it was not a building. He didn't form a building. He formed himself as the head of the church and the 12 disciples. It was a group of people. Anyway, since we were mentioning church,
Yeah, so I know you had a little water left in there, and when you drink, scotch or whiskey, you want to mix it with just a tiny bit of still water like that. It opens it up,
Okay.
so it's not so strong. So
Good to know.
That's your
that's
fun
so
fact of the day.
concentrated.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Jay taught me that.
and also the church I go to, my cousin goes there and she actually preaches as well.
That's dope.
Nice.
So yeah, and I remember I went to that church when I was younger.
Do you know what, you
It's
don't know
over
what
in
it's called?
Attleboro. I do.
Church of
Let
what's
me-
happening now.
Huh?
That's a good church.
It's Bethany Hope Village. It's in Attleboro.
That's what church is.
Mass.
You just get to fucking name the church after yourself. Bethany Hope sounds like somebody's
I think
name.
I might got it wrong. Hold up. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm curious what
Give me a
just to know
second.
what sect it is. Like what?
I know it's in Attleboro. I think it's 5. Thank you.
That's our guy right there, Brandon coming through.
Brandon coming through.
Bethany Village Fellowship. It's in Attleboro.
Oh,
I
the
think
church
it's
sounds like
So
it
what is
sucks.
it as far as like
Newport Ave.
your
yeah.
relationship with God? Like what is it? When Josh asked you, do you like going to church? You said yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about church that you enjoy? Is it a release for you? Is it
Yeah, I feel like it
A
definitely
safe space.
Right. Definitely a safe space and kind of just clarity in a way and kind of just having that intimacy, I'm sorry, I guess you could say, with Jesus and that one-on-one. And of course, everybody needs time to, you know, let's say if like going to church is almost like taking a shower almost. Not in
Oh,
a
like
way, in a
getting
way.
the dirt off you.
Yeah, in a
I
way.
get you.
But I guess, but people can follow back with that because that's the thing. Like you can, not that you can, but a lot of people think that they
Eat the
can
weed.
do what they do
Brandon?
and
Lily,
go
still
to
no?
no, thank you, and go to church every Sunday and that's that. But of course, at the end of the day, I can't speak on what nobody does because everybody has their own relationship with God. And I myself, I don't go to church. I do go to church Sundays, but I don't go to church
I don't go to
every.
church. I do
I
go to
do
church.
go. No, I'm saying because some people go to church like Saturdays, Sundays, and Bible study and this and that, and that's something that I
It's
do
like-
want to take my time to commit to.
Why?
But it's because it's just because how I have my relationship with God, and of course at
You
the
want
end of
to
the
commit
day,
more of your time to
exactly,
Got it.
exactly, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't without Him.
You mean you want to
and
dedicate a
as
day every week? Is that what you're saying?
No, more than a day. You said.
well- more
than
than
a day.
of course, exactly,
Yeah.
and it's all a process. That's mainly what I'm trying to say. It's a process for everybody. It's a learning process.
Can I ask
spiritual
how
awakening,
long?
spiritual enlightenment?
How long you've had this relationship with God?
Since at a very young age.
Oh, really? So
Like, very
okay.
young age.
So it's not something that went away and it's just recent.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
cool.
of course, like throughout life and just being in the world,
We get distracted.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you get distracted and you kind of fall off a little bit, but you want to be able to get back on that. Well, me anyway. I'm
Okay.
speaking for myself because that's all I can really do is give
That's
my
it.
exactly. That's all I
Fuck
can
everybody
really do.
else.
You know,
That's really all I can really do.
you were saying that like everybody has their kind of own relationship with God, but in all honesty, the reality of it is that God tells us and instructs us what kind of relationship we should have, and that's
Exactly.
actually in Scripture. And it's in today's world, obviously, it would seem very foreign. It would seem you would just stick out following God's instructions, and people do. But so, as much as I love what you're saying, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with the fact that having your own definitive relationship, individual with God, is what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to sound like holier than thou, and I don't want to
Yeah, getting real close.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's. I think the instructions are actually in Scripture. That's what I was saying. And it's a matter of. I think too many of us that claim to be Christian, we cater the Bible to suit our lives as opposed to changing who we are as a being and our life to suit God's instructions. It's a very black and white thing.
Specific.
Yeah. And it's amazing knowing that because all Christian sects are based off of the same book, but yet somehow people are saying, okay, Jesus has blue shoes, or no, he has red shoes and his hair is long and whatever, blah, blah. Now you have all these different versions of Christianity. And it's like, all that shit don't matter. Who cares if he had blue hair and whatever? He didn't have blue hair, but I'm saying, I mean, it's good to be accurate because Scripture, says like prove all things, but when it comes to those, I guess those mainstream Christian sects, it's weird how they avoid the obvious in Scripture, in the Bible.
No, I definitely get where you're coming from. To be most definitely, and of course, I'm not like wording things correctly because I'm not like thinking.
No. You're articulating yourself well.
But I actually did want to mention because I know that you're starting to read the Bible, and that's something that I feel like I've been lacking because I know like I pray on a day-to-day, and I do go to church, and I have my faith and I have my beliefs, of course, but that's also due to experiences and what I've been through. But of course, I feel like reading the Bible is taking that next step because there's a lot of
Can we
I feel
backtrack
like
for a sec?
answers. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like your faith and belief is due to experience? I
Mm-hmm.
don't see how. I guess I don't understand how that would influence a relationship with God. Well, I guess I mean, unless
What do you
it's
mean?
kind of
Of
like,
course.
hey, my relationship with God is not that good. Oh, my experiences are making me, like, I don't know, like upset or in a tough spot. So I'm looking for a relationship with God for help. Or on the other side, like, hey, I didn't really have a relationship with God, but now everything in my life is going so right. I just want to be a little more thankful. Like, how does
I don't think necessarily in that sense, but I guess more so what I've witnessed. I guess you can say.
like what, like
And
miracles?
in a way, for sure,
Yeah.
because just like personal, like family stuff. When I was younger, my mom, she did almost pass away, but due to it's kind of just like unexplainable how much better that she got. It was like a miracle almost, and of
Yeah.
course that's when she decided to give her life to Jesus as well. So yeah, it's emotional. It's a whole emotional thing.
You know, there's definitely
But-
something to that too. Sorry,
For
I didn't mean to
sure.
cut you
No,
off.
no worries. But of course, and just like growing up in a church young and kind of just, I don't know, when you experience the Holy Spirit, it's something different. And sometimes it's even kind of just talking about it now. That's why I feel like
Yeah.
I want to cry is because I have that.
Cry. Then.
No, I'm definitely
Yes,
not crying
we've
on
had
the
other people
podcast.
cry on podcasts.
Not crying on a podcast. But
Cry, bitch, cry.
cry, bitch, cry. But because I don't know, I just have that within me, and I don't know. Yeah.
But do you feel like there's a necessary but an almost unfair balance to that? Because it's very easy to look to God and be thankful and say, "Wow, she got so much better. This is
But yeah, that's just one
unexplainable. It's the Holy
example, of
Spirit."
course.
What about on the other
But-
side? You know, when there's a healthy 7-year-old boy, and then all of a sudden they're diagnosed with something terminal and they're gone in 6 months.
No, most definitely.
You know, is that
And that's
should we blame
something-
God in that situation?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't mean
no,
to
no,
push.
no.
Like, you know, I
No,
don't
of
want to sound
course.
like I'm
And
challenging.
That's
I
a
just
conversation that happens on the daily. Like
Yeah.
if God loves me, why is this happening to me? This, that, and the third. But a lot of people don't understand that the spiritual world is a lot more real than me and you talking right now. If
Yeah.
God is real, of course, bad is real too. If, like, do you think God just wanted to take that little boy's life? Of course not. He did like,
Everything he
there's-
could.
Exactly. But we don't see that because we're kind of just seeing things from one perspective in our own mind, you know?
Well,
But there's
you know
a
what?
lot more that goes on.
So I'm just thinking, like, you know, God says that He's in control of everything, and everything that happens is His will. Like, it's just like some being with a really big dick, right?
But maybe he's
And he's
just not
swinging
like.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
And-
not good. Maybe he's just a dick.
Well, you know
And
what?
he's an
It's not
asshole,
even.
and he wanted to kill the kid.
It's not that he's a dick. It's
Which
just
is
that
mighty. His wrath is
He-
is
he just
fucking
has all of
furious.
the control, right? So, like, if he wanted to, just like he did, if he says, "Hey, the earth is evil. I'm going to flood the whole earth and I'm going to kill everybody," he just will, and he won't even think twice. So it puts a different face on God, right? And everybody thinks the sky rolling around in the clouds. Now when you think of that, when you think of Sodom and Gomorrah, where he destroyed the whole city and killed all of those people. Imagine killing. Well, first of all, let's talk about Noah real fast. Imagine killing the whole population of the earth. You have to be, and that's your creation. That's your. You have to be. It almost puts like more humanistic
Yeah, now you're a sociopath.
characteristic.
Like God is a psycho.
Like, so it's not that he's a psycho in the terms of like what we define psycho as, but when you really consider the fact that he says it openly, that I bring blessings and I bring curses. Now you think of those curses, and if you're the one that created the whole fucking universe, what you could do to that universe and the creation, which he could make you disappear just like that. He could make, and that's just his will. That's the way he works his life, you know, his universe. That's crazy.
I think one way to sum it up on how I come across all that is it's either a blessing or it's a lesson,
Yeah.
to be honest.
But like
That's
going,
how I take life too, you know. I'm not trying to focus on like mistakes, and of course like life happens, but sometimes we tend to put ourselves in those certain situations. You know, I can't say that for everybody because there's so much shit
sure.
that happens on a day to day that it's even hard to speak on. But it's
Yeah.
just crazy because I don't know, sin is in this world, and that's what God gave His only begotten Son for, Jesus. So we wouldn't necessarily, have to.
Own up to that.
I guess I don't. I
Do you
don't
believe
know,
in
it's
like
hard
heaven
to-
and hell and?
Of course, if there's a good, there's a bad.
Well, not
But-
okay. So that's theoretically, right? When you're
yeah.
saying whether there's a good and a bad, that's comparing heaven to good and obviously hell to bad. I hope, right? That's what you're.
Yeah.
That's like theoretically speaking. I'm saying like
Theoretically,
do you believe that it's a physical thing? Do you believe like the reward of man is to go to heaven and the punishment of man is to go to hell?
To be honest,
That's a deep question. I know.
it is a deep
So-
question. It is a deep question, and of course, like I said, I still have to read the Bible in order for me to. It's hard for me to speak
Really
on
understand
something
it.
I'm not an expertise
Oh, okay.
on.
Oh no,
You know?
I'm just asking your opinion.
It's really
Yeah.
hard. It's
Hold
really
on.
hard to speak on something that
Yeah,
an
yeah,
expertise on, but to my own beliefs and how I feel, like, just spiritually wise,
Yeah.
I feel like there's more of an answer to all of this, and it's really
Oh, there
hard to
definitely
speak
is.
on it.
Yeah.
It's just.
Do you believe it or not? It's actually an easy question.
Yes, I
Do
do.
you believe there's a heaven?
I do, but
Okay.
I feel like the outcome is something different.
Right. So
than what
you
we
believe there's a
anticipate it
heaven,
to
but not
be.
necessarily you don't know what heaven is. That's what it sounds like you're
Well, I'm
saying.
saying with heaven and hell overall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Being the
Because-
reward or
You
being the
believe that
punishment.
there's a reward or judgment?
Yes, I do believe that there's both. Of course. It's really I know, because it's just like, man, like
No, that's cool.
life is so suspenseful.
There's
but
nothing-
of course, like with my faith in it, and just from what I watch a lot of paranormal stuff too, to be honest, because I don't know,
Oh, so you're
I'm
crazy.
intrigued.
All right,
I'm
cool.
intrigued by
Lily's
it.
crazy.
I'm intrigued by it, so
The
I do know
punishment
that
from-
there's a heaven and that there's a hell, no doubt. But
Yeah.
I feel like
You
overall,
believe in ghosts and shit?
of course,
No, I mean not.
of course.
So you must believe in spirits, but I'm saying like, woo, ghosts.
What do you mean, woo,
I don't know.
ghosts?
Like people got fucking shows on here using like electronic devices. Like, oh, there's a fucking ghost in here. Like that kind of ghost. I'm saying, like, oh, well, fucking Uncle Charlie's in chains, and I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm
What?
talking about?
Yeah, I guess so.
I just got
guess
yelled
that's
at.
fucking
what
ghost.
I
Got
believe
yelled
that.
at
What?
by Brandon. I don't know. She said all alcohol. She wants alcohol. I don't know if that meant you. I mean, it obviously meant you. You're the only she here.
You even said that you got yelled
I
at
need
on
glasses, to be honest.
I'm like, I get yelled at.
It's so
Brandon's
blurry,
like, bro.
I can't see.
I love him.
mic. You're so stupid, bro.
Why?
Oh, I know, because you just are.
Punishment for man
Um,
is being on earth. Heaven is the reward. Let's go, girl.
So delayed, motherfucker. Yeah, sorry, man. We're not. You know what it is, Kristen? We don't like pay attention too much, like the whole
To
time
the-
to the comments, because we get distracted, and then it takes away from the conversation. But we like to let you
Yeah.
know every few minutes we're
ADHD.
popping in, we're reading them, we love you, we thank you, we're glad you're watching, but we want to give Lily and Brandon and Jay the attention that they deserve. Because my ADD will just fucking have me reading
I was just
comments
about
for
to
2
say
hours.
that, like, my ADHD is hard to have a full conversation. I'm so sporadic.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place.
It's what's
Do you
what's
have
crazy?
ADHD? Like diagnosed ADHD?
To be honest, no, it's not diagnosed, but I
'Cause it
feel like
doesn't
it's just
exist,
my
bro.
attention span, I guess. I can't even say ADHD. I just have my attention
Yeah,
span.
that's
isn't
called getting
that-
bored with something.
I get not necessarily.
promise.
Not necessarily. It's just how my thought process works.
I think
'Cause
there's something
I don't
really
know, it's
cool.
like
so
ping pong,
you know how you were a little
or not ping
nervous.
pong, but
Yeah, ping pong,
Is it
right?
ping pong?
Pong,
Pong?
Or you know, like
Tetris?
Pong, dude.
Tetris.
You know, like the
Holy
arcade
shit.
game where you like pull the metal piece back, it hits the ball. Pinball. Thank you.
Oh, okay. With the flippers.
Where it's just like all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a really good fucking analogy there, because that shit is wild. He's like,
But at first you said ping
I
pong.
know. I couldn't, but I was close.
Yeah.
I was
close.
God
Yeah,
forbid
no.
you make a fucking mistake around Jay. It's like ping pong. What? It's nothing like ping pong, you idiot.
No, that's not what I was saying. I thought it was funny.
No, there's something that's really cool, right? Which obviously I'm just gonna throw you under the bus for a
Still
second.
talking about me?
We were a little nervous about coming onto the podcast at first, which everybody is. We
Yes.
are. When we
right.
first did our episode, and then even still every episode that we do, I just hide it well. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's hard to see that I'm nervous. when you're so distracted by my charisma and my physique and my charm. But I am nervous for the first few minutes. But most people, they come on and they're nervous. And then there's something about having a microphone in your face where I swear to God, people open up and just talk more. Like we talk more, we share more than we might even like in a regular casual situation.
Of course.
Right,
Which
sorry,
is
Mom.
weird.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You're about the 37th person to say that on this podcast. Because it's just like, shit, I hope my mom doesn't watch this.
But you know what it is? I think people just like to be heard. They just like, hence the reason why social media is such a big thing. We were talking about this in the car.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to post their opinions about life, about everything. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's cool.
I deleted
whatever.
Facebook years ago. I haven't had Facebook in so long. I feel like
Why?
I just feel like it got so toxic. And to be honest, at the time where I did delete Facebook, a lot of people were like dying at the time. So that's literally all I would see on my timeline.
Oh,
and it
yeah,
was just
no,
a whole
you don't
bunch of
like death.
negative stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm
You don't
just
want
like,
that
it's literally
negativity.
just a waste of time. And it was just,
But I feel like to
Oh,
some
wow.
degree, Facebook, is an expression of actual life. A lot of people say that no, Facebook
use
is
it
not
as
real
a
life.
diary sometimes.
But the fact that it exists in reality, it is kind of real life. Like, because that's how people think. Like when they're posting their fake ass shit, that's really what they're thinking though.
But I don't know, I had Facebook. I feel like I had Facebook when I shouldn't have had Facebook. Like everybody has like those cringy pictures and just those cringy moments where you're
saw
young
that. We looked it up.
and you're saying stuff.
We investigated your
that-
whole shit.
I hope not.
The mayor pig with the duck
pull it up.
face.
No, please
Yep.
don't.
Pull it up.
Please don't.
Pull it
Let's
out.
see what it looks like.
No. Definitely not.
I'll
take a shot.
Definitely not.
I'll
Starts
take a shot
drinking.
to that,
She starts
though.
picks up her drink. She's like, oh shit.
No, don't pull it up.
Why? What? You say you're 22. What do 22-year-olds use? What's the new like?
To be honest,
What do
I feel
22-year-olds
I just
use?
I mainly
Yeah, what are
just
they-
use
what-
Instagram.
I know, like, no, I know all
She's
the.
like vibranium computers.
No, I'm saying like I
What do
know like
22-year-olds use, bro.
I know that younger kids they're not on Facebook. Facebook's for old people, right?
I mean, I feel like there's still people my age that probably have Facebook.
All right, fuck you then, Lily.
I don't know. I
No, I'm
can't
just
speak
playing.
I don't know because I don't got Facebook.
Exactly.
No.
See,
No,
old
you're
people
right.
use Facebook.
Yeah, old people do.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, what
Yeah,
do like?
I use Instagram. I feel like I guess Instagram's more.
Oh yeah, it's like more superficial and shit.
Well, they say like I was listening to Elon Musk talk today, and that's where he was going with it. He's like, I don't mind any social media, but Instagram tends to be the most hurtful to humans, and toxic because everything is a filter, and it's literally just like pretty picture, pretty people. I'm so happy, and he's like, I would be looking through Instagram and be like, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm way sadder than these people most of the time, and I don't look this good. Like, why is everybody in the world better than me right now?
But that's the
And that's
thing
fucking
too,
Elon
though.
Musk, bro.
Not even
Yeah.
that, but Instagram can make your life out to be so nice, this, that, and the third, because it's all
Well,
the
you,
edited
you
pictures.
show people
and
what you want them to see.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But you know what?
So it looks nice, but
Here's the
behind
reality, though.
scenes,
You know,
you don't know what's going on.
you're fucking crazy if you believe anything on Instagram. You know,
That's
I'm
a
saying as
fact.
far as
That's a fact. Just
Yeah,
anything,
you know what I'm
mainly
saying?
on
Like,
social media, all the stuff that's just on the
It's not
internet, social media
really-
in general.
why'd the light go out?
What
See,
happened?
Time to take it down.
Take it down.
that was God. Like,
It's like Alexa set the mood.
Take it down.
Lily, stop drinking.
Get what I
That
is.
was God.
Get what I is. Okay, 9:17. That's not that deep.
Oh shit!
You're looking skinny-licious, daddy. Side eyes.
Ooh. If I had to guess, who was that, Baby
Not
Schiavone?
read those comments on.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying the kids just fucking respecting the games. I appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, what that was Mike
Or the
Schiavone.
L's?
Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah.
Skinny
Hello,
licious,
hello,
your boy
hello.
said. Yeah, you got me all blushing now. I don't know what to do. I always often think that, so I'm down a total of 41 LBs right now. And that is with binge drinking many nights a week.
Thank God bless
I
you.
think, like, dude, if I just had the discipline to cut out the booze, I'd probably be down close to 100.
That'd be crazy.
There
Be
is
crazy.
It will be. It's going to happen, bro. Just progress, baby.
there is sugar-free alcohol. I was hesitant
No,
on
there
bringing it
isn't.
up
No
because
way.
I don't know the name of it.
As she's watching you pour
Check it
your
out real
drink,
quick.
she was like, "Yo, there's sugar-free alcohol, Josh.
She's like, yeah, bro,
There
you would
is.
definitely be.
I heard
you
that
should
there
definitely
is.
benefit from that." Why are you saying it like that?
Cause I don't know. Like what?
You know,
Excited
remember when we
about it like
dropped
there is?
one of these in the glass and it shattered? I don't know if there's sugar-free booze, bro.
You need sugar to. Isn't that part of the process?
Yeah, dude. I don't.
Why more low sugar? I don't know. There
Yeah.
was. I remember
I don't think.
somebody
You know
telling
what?
me
I
because
think
their
Lily
father
just
was
makes shit up.
diabetic, but they would drink, and there was a certain alcohol that they would get because of the low sugar content.
forms of alcohol, like so. Yeah, low sugar is one thing, you know, like, and that's just anything straight,
Like lying.
like you know.
What?
No, I'm just playing. Wow. I'm just fucking with you.
But that's why I tell people I never get hangovers. That's why you see me in the office every day, all the time, bright and early, not knowing that I fucking blacked out the night before. But I drink things with like no sugar in it, you know, or almost no sugar. Right there. Hey, baby, that's it. Tequila, whiskey, that's all you see.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
And so
I got one
yeah,
fact.
it's
today.
just the
shit.
hard stuff. None of them. The mixers are where the sugar is. You know,
It's
the soda, the
it's-
juice, the
Oh,
beer.
fucking whiskey. Whiskey doesn't have sugar? What the fuck? Is this real?
Yeah,
I thought sugar was part of like the fermenting, make
You're-
alcohol shit.
you're part of the fermenting.
True.
You're fermented.
You're fermented, he said.
I thought you
Smell like
need
fermented
sugar.
shark.
That's what creates the alcohol.
I need you.
I need you, sugar.
Hey. Cheers.
Did you see the Passion of the Christ?
One of Mel
I
Gibson's
don't
best.
know. There's a really good movie I watched though, The Shack.
that?
It's kind of emotional, but it's a really
The
good
Shack.
movie. Yes, it's also a book as well.
Hold on. Talk to me about this. I feel like I've watched this.
The movie?
Yeah.
It's about a
Okay.
big
The
black
Shack.
dude.
No.
Yes, I can.
You're an idiot.
Um,
The Shack.
so it's this guy,
Yep.
and he has a family.
Okay.
Something happens to one of his family members, is one of his kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he.
What happened?
Can
I don't
you
want to
ju- I
explain
want her to
too
explain,
much.
please.
I
Let me
don't
hear
want to
this.
explain too.
'Cause I feel
can
like
we just
I've-
look it up?
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this.
I'm sorry.
It's all telling Brandon. Hey, Brandon, look this shit up.
Well, she was explaining, bro, and you just fucking like cutting her off.
I don't want to tell you too much, but
Yeah.
pull up the whole summary.
Just watch the movie.
To be
Yo,
honest,
ordering around
whatever,
our
just
guys.
Look it up.
Just fucking.
Just look it up. I don't
Is it a
know.
new film?
Right there. It's that one right there. 2017, top one.
There we
Hey,
go.
Brandon, next time she says that, like, fuck you.
No,
You don't
I
take
didn't
orders
mean
from the
to-
guests.
My bad.
I'm over this movie. I'm gonna be honest. It looks corny.
My bad.
The Shack.
We should just watch it.
I watched the movie. Oh yeah, bro. The kid has like the fucking like he dies and survives, right? Is that the one?
He
Where,
did
like I'm
know.
sorry, like he almost dies
Oh,
and
the
sees
guy?
God. No, the kid.
It's
He
the
almost
guy.
dies and like sees God, right?
No,
No?
this
What am I
isn't
thinking
this
of?
one. I know what movie you're
Yeah,
talking
you know
about.
what I'm
though.
talking about.
I've
Little
heard of
boy
it.
like started like explaining
God is
shit
real?
that he shouldn't know. Yeah, this shit looks too hallmarky for me.
Did Disney make this? That's
No, it's
only
it's
thing
a
that's
good. I feel like
Oh,
it's a good
yo,
movie.
I did see this, bro. Yes. I remember
So those two
they're
people,
looking
they-
for her, right? They're looking for his daughter the whole time, and
And
she's
this is
Oh,
kind of
I
this
did
kind
see
of like
that.
corresponds to the
this
conversation
is like
that
that
we were
House
having
in the
earlier.
Woods.
yeah,
It kind of
It's a New York
corresponds to the
Times bestseller,
conversation,
and then
too.
they show snow.
Because we were talking about like how some people think like if something bad happens to me, why does God love me this that and the
Yeah.
third? I feel like if you kind of have those thoughts, this is a good movie to watch.
I watched a good movie the other day. It was, bro. I've recommended this to everybody that I've talked to that likes movies. It's called Talk to Me. Whew,
You said I
Talk to
liked
me.
it.
creepy ass shit.
don't
Like
know.
anybody that likes
I
horror
don't know.
movies, I've recommended this.
Oh, I gotta watch
It
that.
is a
We talked about
yo,
that.
dude. It's fucking sick. So I recommended it to my vocal teacher like a week ago, and she finally watched it, and she
She
sent me
hot?
fuck. She's like, I don't know, bro. I'm married. She's like, dude, that fucking movie was A1, so good. I couldn't even watch it in one sitting. I had to take a break and then finish it. It's fucking, dude. It's wild.
You like fucked up movies like that, like that creepy shit.
What takes this one to the next level is there's violence and gore, like you know that kind of like gore we can see now on TV where somebody's getting their face crushed because we have all this crazy technology. But when you apply that to children, there's something super like fucking scary. Like I
Yeah,
can't watch about
I
it. You know what I mean?
know.
But I was like, yo, this movie had me going,
like-
man.
I think
That's kind of like the Shack.
we always
too.
associate kids with like innocence.
Innocence, yeah.
Yeah.
And this was, don't get me wrong, you know, there were like, it was right on that line where they were like between 14 and 17, you know? So they're not little innocent babies, but they're still innocent kids, you know what I mean? It was a good watch, man. I can't recommend it enough.
I definitely have to
Okay.
watch that. 'Cause I like all those fucking weird, creepy films, but I can't handle them, to tell you the truth.
Like, and it's the thing is, movies with monsters or the boogeyman, those don't
That's
fuck
easy.
with me.
Yeah, that's
but
like
this like possession shit, you know, like where it's just kind of like evil or you know, devil or fucking
you ever
demons
seen The
making their
Exorcist?
presence in our world. Yo, the first time I watched The Exorcist, I was 14. Now at 14, you're supposed to be kind of like turning into a young man, bro. I slept with my mother for 2 weeks after watching that shit. As a 14-year-old boy, man.
Traumatized me.
yo, when she
Fucked
walked
up,
down
bro.
the stairs backwards,
Everything
yo,
about that,
like
yo,
fucks with me.
Playing that character fucked that girl up, dude.
Yeah.
Like she was just fucking going through therapy for a long time after playing that.
Have you seen The Exorcist, Lily?
Hmm?
Have you seen The Exorcist?
I can't remember if I did or not, to be honest.
Oh,
Look
you'd
it up.
remember.
Try to
But
watch
there
it.
was-
It's like some weird ass
You see
shit.
her
You'll
face,
be
you
like,
would know, and I don't want
Okay.
to pull it up.
And it's old, but it's timeless. Like that's a movie that was made 50 years ago now. At this point, what 78? I think
yeah,
it was made.
it is timeless.
You can watch that today, and it will
still be,
still
like,
scare the
fucked up.
shit out of you.
Yo, you know what's fucked up as fuck too? The reason why it's like so crazy is like when you think of like
Yeah, I was on the money with that. Huh? That's wild.
when you think of some kind of force or whatever you want to call it,
Ungodly, you know, like
like
just
possessing
evil.
you or possessing your child. Imagine if it was your child.
Yeah.
They got God forbid, but gets like what would you do? What it's not like pulling them out of a fire. It's
Right.
not
It's not like a doctor giving them medicine.
yes, it's something beyond like
It's
you'd be
something
like,
parasitic
oh.
and evil, bro. That's
Yeah.
probably the best way to describe
Yeah.
it. Like your child's body
I'd
is
be
now just a
heartbroken
host.
beyond fucking like I don't know how I'd probably go crazy, to tell you the truth, if my daughter was like possessed by a fucking like demon and shit.
Yeah, and wasn't the
I don't
Exorcist was kind of like not just any demon, it was Satan himself, right? Lucifer,
know.
I think. I don't know what the difference between those two is, but I remember it was like, hey, this is not like
In the movie, it was a different demon.
It was not
but-
like, hey, this is not any just regular demon. I've dealt with possessions, but
yeah,
this
it's like,
guy's
oh, it's
claiming
Malachi or like
this
whatever.
is claiming to be fucking,
fucking
Lucifer.
Damien. I don't know what the fuck.
Like imagine that, bro. There's the
When-
fucking scene where the kid,
Yeah.
yo, it's a little girl in the movie and she's stabbing herself with the cross, bro.
The crucifix.
You know what I mean?
That's
it's like
crazy.
Yeah, because you put yourself in that position. Imagine seeing your kid do that and
So-
saying those things.
You know, even what's more fucked up is that when you really consider the fact of how Scripture describes Lucifer or Satan and the whole evil shit, it was God's right hand man at one point. And you know what? God describes him as perfect. Now imagine that. So the creator of the universe is describing something that he created as perfect and beautiful. But vanity was found in his heart, and that's how he was cast down and that whole shit. But what I'm saying is that, like, that whole thorny, red, devilish
Pitchfork.
pitchfork, that's all fucking man-made bullshit, number one.
Yeah.
But when you consider the real evil that, imagine like a good, you would think like almost an angelic being, a good-looking guy
Right.
who's so fucking smart and
Smart,
intelligent,
manipulative,
can
snake-like, just fucking,
can fucking
lead, influence, like just
regurgitate scripture back and forth like it's nothing. Like you're
Yeah.
talking about, like, whoa, you're dealing with something like it's like way out of
Yep.
fucking like human realm.
Yep.
And then to do something like that to somebody, which the Catholic Church, now again, I'm not really big on the Catholic whole shit, but they have record of shit like that happening. And stigmata. We talked about stigmata once, but
it's wild that it's
That's
like
crazy,
because
man.
they kind of like manage their own shit. Those are like holy crimes. You know what I mean? They just kind of keep a log, just like detectives or a police record.
yeah, it's like,
you know, of those things
outside
it's
of the
like,
earth shit.
Yeah, it's wild, man. There's
It's
a
not like
new
somebody robbing a bank or like
there's a new one out now called Exorcist. I think it's called Believers or Believing. It's about two girls that get possessed, dude. It's tough to ever watch an exorcism movie now because the first one is so fucking timeless. It's
Right.
just so good that watching anything else feels a bit
compare it to
subpar.
it.
Yeah, and that's all I could. And I thought at times this movie had the potential to
do that
take
with
me there, but I'm
girlfriends.
like, yeah. And you possess them.
No, I like compare them.
bitch.
Like, just kidding.
Your mother's in here.
Like, yo, my ex is a freak. You're like, all right, whatever.
That's terrible. That's good. You're gonna make him happy. Can you do this? My ex used to do it. I loved it. Right?
That's the fucked up thing. Not to change the subject, but anyway, yeah, that's yeah,
Fuck.
that demon shit. Because I believe in angels. I believe in fucking demons. I believe in all of that shit. And to
It's fucking little.
I don't ever want to look at it in the face. Imagine looking at somebody that's possessed in the face.
You just try to punch Lily.
Yeah. Sorry.
My health coach has been like, so I have a nutritionist. I talk to her like once a week, maybe twice a week.
Oh.
You still
And,
didn't even kill it after doing all that.
So
I think
listen,
it flicked me off when I looked. Yeah, let's see it.
I have
It's
a
like,
nu-
hey, fuck you.
I have a nutritionist I talk to once,
Sorry, I
twice a
didn't mean
week.
that.
No, you good. I'm messing
And I
with
tell her like the diet I'm on, which is like strictly meat only. You know what I mean? I tell her about eat meat, egg, fish, and ass. And she's like
Wait,
trying to
what?
push me. Yeah,
Yo, you threw that
you.
in there.
Lost me there.
she's trying. She always
No,
try
no,
to
he
push
found
me.
you there. You heard that.
She tries to push me to eat more vegetables, and I'm always like, listen, I get that vegetables probably weren't what was making me fat, but the fact that I found something right now that's easy for me to stick to, I just don't want to fuck with it. You know what I mean? And she's like, all right, please try. And I'm always like, no, I'm not eating broccoli. I'm not eating anything. I'm not adding anything in.
Vegetables.
And I'm gonna tell her now, like, hey, you'd be proud of me. Last night I ate probably a bunch of mushrooms.
Yes,
You've been telling me to eat more vegetables. I ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Hey, see?
Even though it's kind of
There's some-
technically a
See?
fungus, it's not even really a vegetable.
True.
Sorry, Megan.
Who was the first person to eat fucking fungus?
Especially the one that grew out of a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah, right.
Not even that. Who discovered how we get milk? Like, how did that go
just
down?
some horny dude that found a cow.
Like,
That's
how
all
did
that
go
was.
down?
Yo, that's some fucked up shit. Like,
I
hey,
think
you see
that-
those things under that cow?
How about
Go pull on those.
the other thing is, what is it? DMT?
Fuck you. What are you fucking
Who discovered fucking DMT, bro? Like, who saw a fucking weird colored frog that was just leaking out of its back and said, oh. See what happens when I lick this fucking secretion.
What was that? No, that's not DMT. That's
Ayahuasca? No, what is
no,
it?
Is that peyote? No, what
No,
the fuck
bro.
is that? When you lick
It's
a
a
frog.
fucking frog, bro. What kind of frog is it?
When you lick a frog. Think about what we're talking about right now.
Lick a frog. Lick
What
a
happens
frog,
when you
baby.
lick a frog?
Hallucination. Are you sure it's not DMT or ayahuasca, bro?
Imagine this frog turns around after you lick it and it's like, hey.
Licks you back. All right, turn around.
Yeah. Hey. Gay ass frog. What is it?
Bufoten.
Ibuprofen? What is it?
Right, I read
Both of
ibuprofen too.
Both of 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid.
What, bro?
Both toxins. Both. of 'em.
Both of them.
Yo, all right, Leroy, you're fired.
Stupid, bro.
Oh, shit. Both toxins.
Does it say the golden poison? Poisonous.
So what is it called? When you lick a frog.
Cog.
Fucking kinky.
I don't know. I never even heard of that, to be honest.
You never
Licking
licked
a frog?
Both of y'all.
You never went to like Petco or something and just
No.
tried out the pets? Lick a frog to get high.
Yeah, if you lick like the back of a certain frog, you get all fucked up. You see shit like hallucinating. It's like tripping ball. You ever trip?
I took shrooms before, yeah.
Ma, you heard
You
that?
didn't, Ma, you heard that? You didn't like it?
Huh?
You didn't like it?
No, because I took it more than one time. But I feel like when taking that, you gotta be in the right mindset. You gotta be around the right people.
Thanks.
And especially not even
We
that.
over the troop. She's like, no. I'm good around this.
I'm
shit.
good. I'm good, to be honest. And not even
Oh my
that. Just
gosh.
because like my eyes are kind of light, my pupils like I just look crazy, and I don't like that. Cause like you just look at me and you're like, yo, what the fuck is this
just
girl
know.
on right now? No bullshit.
She's like, you just look at me.
You just look at me and that shit looks. I just look crazy. I don't know.
That is, I've never heard somebody
Calm
say
down,
they don't want to
Medusa.
do a drug because of how their pupils look.
No, for real. I don't know. I think shrooms one of the thing. I don't know. I just can't look in the mirror.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe that's a self-love thing. I don't know. I gotta work on it. But
I'm actually I'm growing pretty fond of them, man. You know, the first time I was nervous. I was nervous. Took a little bit. Kind of liked it. Took a little more.
Yeah.
Now, even now, like just kind of these micro, like every 20 minutes is.
Yeah, does a little something. Not
Yeah.
crazy.
No, like what I see right now, it's nice.
Yeah, I feel
Everything
my
looks.
Thank you.
experience is
Everything
definitely-
looks a little more
It's
vibrant.
like what I'm
you know,
looking
like
at
things,
is cute. and
I noticed I've done this a few times, like
Handsome.
feeling the table. I'm just like, oh, the table feels good, bro. Like I'm
The table feels good.
I'm not quite tripping on that level yet, where I'm not gonna be looking at the stars
shit.
in the grass. But
Yo,
I
if
can
you put your
definitely-
mouth over the whole mic, I'm leaving, bro.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm feeling them a little bit.
I feel right at home.
That's funny.
Dude, the best was like we were just the time we had a little bit of shrooms, bro, and then you go in the pool.
Damn, I missed it again.
And then I'm like, Jay, why are you standing against the wall for like so long? And then he goes, oh, this thing feels good. And it's like the filter jet, just right at his ass, bro. Like, what are you doing, guy?
I was spraying water up my ass. That's what you act like you never had an enema.
Bro, I own a bidet. I get an enema every day,
Exactly.
bro.
Never did.
So I got it. It was just.
You ever had water sprayed in your ass?
No.
Oh, right.
You ever had that question asked to you before? Somebody just won a bet because there was
lie,
money on the
neither.
line of
That's
is Jay
crazy.
gonna ask about water in your ass at some point tonight?
Damn, whoever took that, that's like
That's a safe
long
bet.
shot.
No, that's a safe bet.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, if you had to guess, how many times has Jay asked a guest if something has been in their ass?
Wait, no. Hold on. Water. Water.
Not even.
I thought you were telling Brandon to look it up on Google. Like, bro, it's not that fucking big. Yo, Brandon, look this up. How many times has Jay asked?
Bro, we need to get a montage of Jay just asking about shit in someone's ass, bro. We'll just have a fucking like clip of it, dude.
Well, hey, things.
Curious.
No, I'm not curious.
Curious.
I don't. No. No.
Oh, I just gotta chill.
I was pretty uncomfortable.
What kind of sound cues do we
All right, hey, listen, we're asking the questions over here, all right? Like,
know.
relax there.
What are you asking? Like what that does?
Say, hey, you guys are
okay.
bored. I'm gonna talk to Brandon.
That so that
I'm
thing
interested.
it
I'm
controls the
interested
volume.
in what Brandon's doing.
I don't know.
Well, it is. I mean, like it's cool. It's colorful. It's like our vape. That's a vape. That's what that is. It's just vape.
As I was hitting it, I had it in my sweatshirt, so I wasn't causing a whole like.
Listen,
show.
you could cause it's fine.
Oh, I can hear it. Perfect.
Yeah, just wipe off the airwax.
Tell me why I was gonna make a joke and say something too.
It's not a joke. That's that
just slides
Cambodian.
right in.
That's that Cambodian airwax too.
That's that
That's that good shit. How do it sound?
The cricket.
Oh, are you
Hey.
giving?
Just a preview.
Okay, thank you.
good shit. What is that on your fingers?
We got 444 and 777.
Why 777? Don't tell me it's because of
Craps.
the number of perfection.
No. What perfection?
Yeah,
Not perfection.
Plays
that's
craps.
God's number.
Okay,
Satan-
perfection. Well,
Satan
of course-
666, God 777.
Well, I consider 444 and 777 angel numbers.
All right, get
I
out.
think 444 has like
Yo, that's so
Kinda like
fucking crazy that you're
mindfulness.
saying that right now.
why?
Just like, I don't know if you believe in like synchronicity and all that other shit, but so you're saying like it has like, wait, I'm sorry, 444 has something to do with angels and yada yada yada. Is that what you're saying? I know somebody. So her brother died, and it was on April 4th
April 44th.
at like
April
4 o'clock in the
44th.
morning or whatever. So she's always saying, 444, and she sees it like fucking everywhere. And every time she sees it, she posts it. What's up, Michelle? And the fact that you're saying it, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, she
This
probably
is
just has a
weird.
timer to go off at 4:43
No.
every day. Oh my
It's
God! Look at
crazy.
screenshot. It's 4:44. Brandon does that shit with 11:11 all the time, bro.
Done.
111.
No, I do.
He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, make a wish.
33.
33. It's every
I do
15,
see
every
those
15,
numbers a lot,
every,
though,
what is it?
444.
Every 1
Are you
hour
big
and
into
1 minute.
numerology and
goes up.
shit?
To be honest, no, I can't. Like I'm not I'm not too deep into it where I can, you know. hold the
Tania
whole
is one day.
conversation. Yeah, I know.
She's like, oh, what time were you born? How much did you weigh? What was your father's blood type? I can tell
She
you when you're
did.
going to die.
We're like,
She
Tania,
did,
do you believe in God? She's like, no, I believe in algebra.
I know at one time
I
she
believe
got
in the
us a
moon
whole
star
book.
tide.
She got us a whole book on our
I love
sign and
Tania. She
stuff,
wants to
and I
come
know,
back
me
on
too.
by
I love her
herself.
too. Right? I know. She should have came.
I feel
She
like
wants to come by herself.
I used to talk to Tania every day, all day, and now I just don't ever see her.
Come by the
I feel
office
kind of
sometimes, bro.
heartbroken.
Was that the one who
I'm about to say you're always out. You're
Yeah.
never even in the
Tarot cards.
office.
Yeah. But in any case,
I see the light through your shirt.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like discreet with it.
Over here fucking swaying. I like it.
it's the shrooms, bro.
It is. I told
What
you,
kind of
everything
shrooms are
everything's
those
just.
Shiitake.
Damn, I was going to say
I
that.
don't even know why I asked. Like I know every specific type of shroom.
No, they're the kind of
But I feel like the
mushrooms that get
main-
you high.
I guess.
That's all I know.
The
That's
last
all I know.
time I took shrooms, have you guys ever took the chocolate bars?
Yeah.
The chocolate bar, yeah. I like those. Those are pretty good.
This little amount does just enough.
I'm sure it does. I'm
kinda-
sure it does.
Make you feel all right.
Make me feel all right, bro. Like I
I'm
could.
all right, Spider.
Yeah, you
All
know,
right,
I
Spider.
could rub this table.
You know
I
who
could tell
Spider
a
is?
joke.
No,
Oh,
I just
okay.
thought it was funny.
She's like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just gonna laugh.
What are you on about, mate?
Oh man.
Gonna have this drink. I don't know if I should drink though.
Can you
Why not?
actually?
You want a fresh ice cube?
I guess so. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What do you
You
want?
want to use
I
your
just
hands
feel
though?
Off like pouring my cup in there. Let me just at least finish what's in here.
You feel off pouring your cup in there? That's not a sentence that makes any sense.
She's Puerto Rican guy.
doesn't?
Relax.
Oh, true. Never mind.
Y'all
Just
Yeah,
learned English.
What
Like,
do you mean?
Do you want a
off?
fresh
I don't
ice
feel
cube or
right.
what?
Yeah.
Grab it. I don't want to touch it.
Oh, I thought you were trying to have me put the old ice cube in there too, though.
You had to
oh,
grab
you
two.
should grab two of them,
This
right?
is the one. This is the one
Hold
I
them
didn't
up
want to grab
proud.
earlier.
Hold them up proud. Hold them up proud.
Where can I put this old one?
What are you doing?
Put the old
Yeah,
one.
I don't know.
Man,
bro.
I feel offended. I feel attacked.
dropping it. What are you doing with that? You got a fucking Frosty the Snowman in your glass here. What are you doing? Look at this.
Oh
I
my
already
fucking
touched
head.
it.
You're 2/10 of an
Oh,
anal
shit.
bead full of glass right there.
Oh man, I just made the hair in my fucking neck stand up thinking about that.
This is the one I almost got earlier, but I didn't.
Yo, you got hair on your ears yet, bro? I'm getting older. My barber, out of nowhere, dude, the other day, my barber just goes over my ears like zing, zing. I'm like, yo, bro. He's like, hey, you have some hairs. I'm like, fuck, man. That's
Fucked
not
up,
like gonna
right?
go away. That's not like
I don't-
That's not
I'm-
a phase, bro. That's just
I don't know if I do. I can't see in my ears, but being
on the
half
edges,
Asian
on the edges here, you know.
Oh, no.
Asians
I'm-
get them
'cause-
long ones, bro.
No,
Like,
I'm
you could
saying-
ride it like a bicycle.
I'm not hairy
handle,
for an
bro.
Asian. I have a hard time growing a beard, let alone growing hair on my
Yeah,
ears.
but most
guy.
Asians don't grow full beards.
You're like, hey,
bro.
do you have hair
You
on
get
your
those
eyeballs?
long little stringy rat beards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not
we
not
don't
thick beards.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, but they.
I
Bro,
never had to shave my
I
chest.
can-
My shit's all bare.
I
and,
picture
like, peck
Asians
looking
with
and,
like
like
the hair
chiseled.
sticking out, like Master Splinter, like whiskers, bro.
Fucking chiseled.
My chest all chiseled, bro. All that relaxed muscle.
Oh man, I look like I'm carved out of granite.
I need a.
You look like your car. You look like a fucking 6'1"
like- you
bag
look-
of milk.
You look like you're carved out of marshmallows
6'1" bag of milk.
in the microwave, melting. Bro, you can't use the bag of milk on me.
Yes, I can.
No,
All right,
you
fine.
can't.
You look like two.
'Cause we already
you look,
understand
you
that
look like
joke.
2 fucking scoops of mayo in a sweater.
You're like a busted can of biscuits.
Oh
Fucking,
shit, dude.
you can't use that on me. We
I
already
love it,
talked
bro.
about it.
You look like those fucking mozzarella balls that come in the bag.
You know, like when a mozzarella stick is overcooked, like
It just
busts
pops
out.
out.
That's what you look like. You're like you
Oh,
look like a
shit.
fucking melting vanilla ice cream, like
Bro.
you're just over the
This
cone.
is gonna be hard. I look crazy trying to drink.
Joe,
this
just
and have
switch it
whole
with a
ice blow on
singular.
my face.
Switch it with Lance Armstrong's.
I'm trying to drink it. I got this shit all on my.
Help her,
face
bro.
and
Help her.
shit.
You're just
Help
staring
her
at her.
what? She
Give
can
her
handle
a good-
fucking
I
Give her a
know.
piece
good
of
ice cube, bro.
Yeah, I don't need
She,
that.
she ain't fucking retarded.
I'm like trying to give her-
like, what is you
No, but I'm
fucking-
trying to give her the bowl. You're
You
just
already
watching her.
touched it.
Just
Yeah,
watching
all
her.
right. You want me to fucking? Yeah, she's good.
Give you a little bib.
I don't need them touching my ice.
She ain't a fucking toddler, guy. She fucking handled fucking ice before.
She couldn't reach. I just wanted you to give her the bowl. I'm sorry.
You're like,
man.
help her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help. I'm sorry.
If you need help, let me know.
Yo.
Josh is right there. He'll be happy to help you. Playing. Love you. Love you.
Cilantro.
Cilantro,
don't
he
fucking
says.
do
I just
that,
wanted to taste
man.
yours,
Come
bro.
on. I don't know where your fucking middle finger's
I wanted
been,
to taste
bro.
yours, bro. I can tell you where it's been. That's gonna make it worse. It's gonna make it
You're like, you don't want me to tell you where
Yeah,
it's
one
been.
time, Jay
No,
got
that's
so
the
mad at me one night. Like, we're just at the bar. And listen, it's his own fault because. All right,
It's my own fault, bro. Are you a fucking asshole?
I
What are you
did,
talking
I did
about?
some out of pocket shit to him. Like,
He's like, you shouldn't have had your mouth open. What are you talking
all
about?
right, so
Shouldn't be
I
breathing.
did something so, like, I don't know. I touched his tongue.
no,
How can
don't
you even
even-
get close to that point, though?
exactly.
But here's the
My
thing.
man was
Exactly
fucking.
asking you.
No, hold on. I know. I'm saying, fucking ninja over here.
It was
I
an
was like-
instinct. No.
I might have been like, I was about to say something like, "Hey, guy," or something. Ninja ass over here.
Nah.
Fucking
yo.
like, "Wow!" Touch my
Bro,
tongue. Like, what the
I
fuck?
had no choice because he was a grown man in the bar going like
A
this.
grown man
He
in the
was going-
bar.
Yo, there was music
What
on.
does
He's
that
like,
even mean?
Hi.
Yo, shut the fuck up. Yo, like I would ever do that.
How else could I reach it? Because I went slow. I went like
Yo,
this.
shut the fuck up.
Like I just went
There's
slowly
never
like
an
this.
instance where I would be doing that.
Yo, hi. So I was just like, boop.
No,
Bro, he got so
I don't know.
mad. He's
I
like,
was just sitting there
he's
like
I've never
minding
felt
my own
so
business.
emasculated in my life.
minding my own business.
Bro, he started yelling at people at the bar. He was just like, bring me a fucking beer. You shut up. Don't ever touch my tongue again.
I was pissed off. I was so pissed. I've never been like penetrated
Like,
before.
Bro,
I've never been penetrated.
that's why I said, I know what I did was weird, but I didn't know how to react to my boy going, hi.
Shut the fuck up. I was never ever doing that. That was not the case.
Bro, I could
My
never
man-
get to your tongue unless it was sticking out of your mouth, bro.
Could you ever picture me doing some shit like
kinda
that?
can.
But how fast do you think I am where I can get my finger in your mouth to touch your tongue and nothing? Because I didn't hit a
That's
lip.
what I was asking
Yo, I
you,
didn't
like,
hit a
how
lip.
did it
The
get to
side,
that
it was
point?
just all tongue. It was like,
You were like Steph Curry with the shit. You went all tongue, no lip. Fucking like how you got like fucking.
that's what. Look at these fingers, bro. That only happens if you're like.
If I'm like, hey. That would never happen in a
Bro.
million years. You ever see me do that in
Yo,
public?
he
You're
was
fucking
so
crazy,
fucking
bro.
mad. It was so
I said
hilarious.
public, like I wouldn't even do it in private, but I'm saying.
You were so mad, dude.
I know because like I think I yawned. I don't know if I yawned or I was about to take a shot.
I told you
or
what
I might
you
have been
did.
like, "Hey guys, you want to have a
Yeah,
shot?"
see?
Or like,
now the truth comes out. The hey word there.
no.
You
Like,
just
I
got
was
the
just
second
ready
part.
to talk.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole.
Dude.
But
I
anyway.
can't say I haven't with somebody who yawned. I definitely.
Oh, I
like
do that to
it.
Sasha all the time. No, but I go all the way in. I try to choke her.
Yo,
When
don't
she-
treat me like how you
she's
treat. He's treating me like I'm Sasha. Like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, oh, I do that shit to Sasha too.
It feels right though, you know. I feel like when you're
So you might wanna check your
around
fucking
you, when you're
sexuality.
fucking yawning, you have to hit him with it.
He's like, it
I
feels
agree.
right.
Why'd I just call you a significant other? When your
He's like, it
significant
feels
other
right.
is around yawning, you got to put something in their mouth.
This tea is coming up. Man.
Oh man.
Yo, funny.
Bro, because I can see it again. My man stood up, puffed his chest out. Stop! Bring me a beer in a dirty glass right now.
Calm down, guys.
did.
Yo, he did everything to become a
All
man.
right, relax.
You guys
You get a
have
little
steak.
crazy.
I need steak and bitches.
I'm pounding in a fucking bar.
Give me an axe. Give me an axe.
Give me an axe. I'm gonna fucking throw it at somebody.
Oh shit.
You guys done
yo.
axe on before?
Oh, I've never done it. I've seen it. It looks. I feel like if I went and did it, I'd enjoy it for like the first 2 throws, and then I'd be like, all right, this shit's kind of
I
weird.
definitely didn't like it because the baby lived.
The baby lived.
this is
Yes.
wild,
Yo. Where the crickets? Where the crickets?
crickets.
Where the crickets?
Yo, he doesn't really use that shit as much as we could
He
get out
should,
of
huh?
it.
Y'all should for real.
We
Oh,
got
you
the,
think
we
that
got
was
the
worthy
little,
of the crickets?
we got the
Damn, really?
you know, with a good joke.
I'm
The
fucking
fake
with you.
applause.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's
Were we
funny.
using the fake applause at the live event?
Sure
I
did.
feel like we were doing some fun shit.
Like anytime Jay talks, you're like
Yeah, we're gonna do another live event soon for anybody watching that's interested. But
we should work with Shawnee.
we just we got too fucked up too early on that one, man.
Fuck yeah, we
By
did.
the time we started, we were just too rocked. That was a
Like it's
Messed up.
10:30. I'm calling it a night. Thanks for coming.
Holy shit. You know what it was? Is like, I don't know. It's the only thing I could equate it to. So it felt cool because we were the entertainment. You know what I mean? And it's not like being a DJ where people are just listening to the music. Like, we were responsible for entertaining fucking, I don't know, maybe like 50, 60 people in there. And there was no music.
weird
There was no
feeling, too.
nothing. Yeah, it was like everybody was just waiting for us to
Say or talk,
do
or
our shit.
whatever.
And I'm so grateful everybody came, but I was nervous. It was awkward. But I think, I mean, everybody seemed to have a good time. We
There's
did okay.
flowers
There was some
there.
laughs. I know that little thing. I think it followed you in, to be honest.
Yes.
I think when you let down your hair, it came out. You say you were
Are
from
you trying to
Pawtucket,
say
so
something? My hair looks so nice.
it's
a flea.
It's a fucking flea.
That's crazy.
It's a mite.
Cockroach.
That was a good ass time though.
It was. We got to do like
I
a
gotta
Christmas
fucking-
one. A J2 Christmas. That'd be cool.
Oh, okay.
There's too much going
Yeah, we
on at
should.
Christmas,
I'm
is
about
there?
to say maybe Thanksgiving.
Gobble to you,
What
wobble.
kind of fucking like party is that?
I don't
Thanksgiving,
know.
we're
You
just
could
fucking
I-
smacking
actually
each other
true.
with
You're
turkey
right.
legs.
I don't know.
Who the fuck celebrates like that on Thanksgiving? Like,
I don't know.
Every
you
American,
know what?
bro.
There's another fucking holiday right after Christmas. It's called New Year's that we could have like some kind of big bash.
True New Year's.
A J2
I'm not
New
thi-
Year's.
I'm just.
Ooh, Arbor
now I'm
Day.
just naming like holidays and shit. This
She was
is
like,
the
"Hey, how
sickest
about
one.
J2 President's Day?"
A J2
we can do
Hanukkah.
better than that.
I know.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I love Thanksgiving.
Maybe we shouldn't associate it with any holiday. It should just be like another live event. J2 Live.
Yeah.
J2 Live, baby. I
People
had
get
so much
too
fun.
fucking pissed off about the whole Thanksgiving shit because the Indians and Columbus and blah 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 blah. blah.
Native
That's-
Americans.
Yeah. To be honest. I
Native
need to
Americans, Indians, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
do my
Feathers,
research.
feathers.
It's like, it's all
Oh
bullshit
shit, Code
anyway.
Red.
Code Red.
What'd you drop?
I had to text Wes real quick.
Jeez, you can't wait till like the fucking episode's over.
I can't. I'm sorry. I love you.
But yeah, fucking. I guess they put up a statue in Johnston, Rhode Island. It was Christopher Columbus. After tearing it down from, where'd they tear that down from? Well, I'm sorry.
Providence. And they
Was it
brought,
Providence?
brought it to a real city.
Everybody's like, hey, look, this guy fucking murdered a lot of people and blah 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 blah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the fuck did a lot of
To-
people.
To be honest, I think
Like,
with
So did
There's-
Jesus.
God,
I
yeah.
think there's a lot of holidays though that I feel like we do happen to celebrate. I myself and don't really know the full meaning behind it.
Because it's
Behind
like,
it, but of course,
it's okay to just
Exactly.
party and enjoy the day off of work, you know?
and not even that, but I
Fuck
feel
the
like it's just
meaning.
kind of what I myself and I obviously other people too. I can't speak for everybody, but the
can.
majority of people who happen to celebrate Thanksgiving and so forth, and let's say Columbus Day and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. I don't celebrate Columbus Day either, you know. But
because of that, because of like the
I guess from
Isn't it
the
called
the
Indigenous
knowledge that
Peoples
I've-
Day now?
indigenous people.
That's why
Correct yourself.
correct myself exactly.
yourself.
It's hard for me to speak
Lily,
on.
I'm just kidding. I
It's
love
hard
Columbus.
for me to speak on a lot of things because I really do need to
I like
do
Ohio.
my research
Yo,
because
my-
I don't know facts behind a lot of things.
My son is
And I
so
need
stupid. He was like, Dad, for Columbus Day, can we have Colombian food? I'm like, bro, this is not even. It couldn't be further from the thing.
I think
He's
you
like,
said that.
I just want
lost my train
Colombian
of
food
thought,
on
too.
Columbus Day. Is that so hard? I'm like, all right, bro. Like, fuck it. If that's what you want to do, that's how we'll celebrate
I think when
Columbus
there's
Day.
certain groups of people that hang on, like,
That's cool. I was done with my story.
I'm sorry,
You guys made me. I
onto,
lost
like,
my
the-
train of thought too.
the
But-
negative side of the story of Columbus and blah blah. Colombians.
The negative side of Colombia.
No, like, well, you're just attaching yourself to that as opposed to the positive side. Yeah, granted. Now it's kind of like a war story. Somebody has to win,
Yeah.
and somebody has to lose.
Columbus didn't come
Right?
here and do all that, bro. Like, America wouldn't be what it is now. We'd still be running around with fucking bow and arrow shooting.
Yeah, and I'm not
motherfuckers.
saying that it's cool. I'm not saying that's good. I'm not like, hey, look, but when you compare the two, all right, would I rather be, I don't know, in the fucking jungle licking tiger
Probably.
dicks, because or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
culture
Like
did that?
blowing fucking camels in the desert. I don't know. Would I rather be doing that? No, I'd rather be in America where it's free and, like, whatever. Or
Free.
even perceived free.
And that's what I'm saying. Like free, we say free, but like.
Well, I'm saying,
what
like,
do you consider
thank
free?
God Columbus
it's
did that
definitely
shit.
free,
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
bruh.
I don't know.
Bruh.
Compared to the
I
rest
guess.
of the
Yo,
world,
you
No,
absolutely.
yes, compared
yeah.
to the rest of the world, yes.
Well, what
I
else would you
definitely get what
compare
you're
it to?
saying,
Mars?
but- huh?
Like you can wake up and decide to do whatever you want.
No, that's a fact.
That's
Imagine we were in Saudi
definitely
Arabia.
Compared to no, most definitely.
They were like, bitch, get the fuck over here and hit you with a stick.
You're like, oh, I'm just reading. Nope. Chop your hands off.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like
Brandon
there's
can't take anymore.
obviously still a lot of work to be done
In what sense?
with freeing.
Yeah, you
being
can't just
free.
leave again.
You know what
To
the
be
problem
honest,
is that
after
our
him, I'm gonna go
government,
too.
right?
You can go.
Without getting like way too deep into our government, instead of serving us, that's why they're elected. That was the whole purpose of democracy, checks and balances. Instead of serving us, now they rule us.
Yeah.
Right? They tell us what they're gonna fucking do, and they tell us, hey, yeah, we're just gonna fucking implement this, and we're gonna do that, and you guys got to do this. Like, whoa, what the fuck happened here? This was a relationship at one point. That was the whole purpose of leaving England, so people didn't rule us. We came over here, fought for our freedom, and then established the Constitution in the manner of it that it is. So the government could never control us, and for some reason, we're just all bitches, our society, and we're just like, oh yeah, tell us that we got to wear masks or whatever. We got to do this, and we're just going to follow suit. Now they're outright ruling us. I mean, there's no question about it. They're not serving us as public servants. Remember, we pay taxes that pays their salary. So I mean, like, it obviously should be an even thing, but it's just not. And I don't know how the fuck I just went on that rant, but yeah, fuck Columbus.
Take shroom.
Yeah, take shrooms and fuck Columbus.
Bro, you just reminded me of low key one of the funnier stand up. I think I told you about it the other night when we were smoking cigars. Rob Schneider's stand up.
Yeah.
You
I still gotta watch. I gotta watch
You
that.
have
And
to,
what was
bro.
the horror movie that you said?
Talk to me.
Talk
You're
to
not
Me.
gonna remember.
Yeah.
Write it down, you old bitch.
Fucking send it to me.
There was this.
I don't remember.
Well, actually, I want to bring it up when Brandon is here because he can look it up too. But there was this one movie that I used to watch when I was little. It was called
You
Demonic
are
Toys.
little.
Bro, I'm trying to
Guy
hear
up
what the fucking name of the movie is.
Demonic Toys was the name of it.
Demonic Toys.
Yes.
Sounds like some kinky shit Megan would be into.
But I remember being really young watching
Bring her
that,
into it.
and I watched it.
Demonic Toys.
I don't know. I watched it like.
Can you look this up?
I didn't
Demonic
even
Toys?
really know necessarily what scary was, but I used to watch it without being scared, and there was the one point where I just came scared of it. I guess.
It's probably because at the time
an
you
old
couldn't
movie.
comprehend it.
Exactly.
You know, you don't
exactly.
comprehend, and then eventually you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This is possible. Like, this is wild shit.
I don't even know how,
This is
why,
real shit.
how I watched this.
Did you say you had
but-
to?
Well, and
go
that's
back
the
to-
I
fucked up
did,
part of
but-
it.
Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all can talk about this.
That
No,
is
we'll just
like-
wait silently for you. Come back.
We'll just stop recording and wait for you to return. Okay, that looks a little far fetched as far as like.
I love that word, far fetched, bro. It's a good word. Jack attack.
You know what's like really fucked up is that. So personally, like I think that we as like who we are as beings are inside of this fleshy shell per se, right?
Like a soul almost.
Not. I'm just saying a consciousness, like
Yeah, consciousness, soul.
like we live
our-
inside of this fleshy. It's just a shell to me.
a fleshy fucking host.
But by saying that, right, you're giving in to the fact that okay, well then we're actually living in a spiritual world. Like we're all spirits, and we're just covered with like what the Bible calls clay. You know, the earth.
Which is wild because like any other mechanism, any other mode of transportation, which is kind of what our body is, and just like our body, bro, the better you maintain it, the better it will perform and the longer it will last. It's just a fucking body to move.
Right, just to
To move.
Yeah,
That's it. All it is to move.
and it brings up that old age old question: what is actually you? Like, for instance, if you were in a war and you got blown up, and half of your body's over here and half of your body's over there, which one's you? Right? So most people would say, well, wherever the head is and wherever the heart is. Okay, fine. Now, what if your head was separated from your torso? What's you?
Whatever side is still going.
You know, it's like, well, wait a minute. My heart's over there, but my mind is over here with my brain. I don't even know anymore. what the fuck
Well,
is me?
Here's the thing, bro. Those are not two of the same because you can live without a heart. You cannot live without a brain.
You can't live without a heart. What do you mean?
Can you look up any type of artificial hearts?
I mean, there's a guy.
That's a heart, though.
There's a guy who died 6
You
weeks
can't.
ago.
Okay, there's no such thing as an artificial brain.
True. Okay, I'll give you that. But I'm saying, like, you still have a heart.
You can
need-
live
you
without
need circulation.
You can live without an organic heart.
Right. They actually, some people use pig hearts.
Ooh. It's over here with the fucking like pork loin. Did I just make that up? By the way,
So that
there's
whole-
nobody doesn't. There's no.
There's a guy who had a
Like, did I
He just
make
made
that
up a fact.
pig heart
Yo, you felt you're like okay, true, touche.
He just died, right? Yeah.
He died immediately.
after 6 weeks.
He
Right.
just they put the pig heart in him. He immediately started rolling and shit, and then died.
But you know what's even crazier is that
feel better?
when you think about it
I
now, so like your body, right? My body's different than hers, then different than his, than yours. That doesn't
your
necessarily define who you are, right?
No.
That's just your outer shell,
What I
whether you
walk
took care of it
into.
or not. You know, like
Bro,
whatever.
Who
It's
you
weird.
are, you don't even know. Like who you are is not even real. It's just
That's
like
right.
programmed beliefs that you
Yes.
believe. Like at any given day, like I loved when George was talking about it the other Wednesday, because the second you decide that's just not me anymore, it's not you. You know, like it's
Right.
beliefs that you've had based on like things that have happened, like situations that have happened and reactions that have happened. But today, if you decide, like, bro, at one point, 2.5 months ago, I just decided I just eat healthy. You know, like I am a healthy eater. That's
Right.
just who I am now.
Right.
It's not like hey, he doesn't, like, I've done it for 20 years or 30 years the wrong way, but this is how I do it
There's
now.
no amount of time that makes it legit.
Right. One day was
Once
all
you
it
just
was.
decided,
Yeah.
you know, that's just what
You
it
know?
is.
Like, if I stop drinking right now and say I don't drink, then I don't drink.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. It's weird.
Have the chills.
You're welcome.
What's even more like fucked up, like taking that step, taking that conversation a step further, is the fact that anything that's already happened. Now think about this: anything that's already happened. Now we consider time linear. Like okay,
Linear?
Now just went to the past, right? Now just went
Please
to the
don't
past.
cough.
But if you look at like anything that's happened in your life in the past, that doesn't even exist anymore. It's not even your reality. So you're just clinging on to it. You're clinging on to it mentally and saying to yourself, this is what defines me. You know how I say it all the time? Oh, you know, I grew up in a violent family. My father kicked the shit out of me, which is all true. But the reality is that
That's your belief system.
that
now.
doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't happen.
Literally.
Why
He
is
does-
that me? That's
He
not
literally
me.
doesn't exist
I
anymore.
think
Yeah. No, he
there
doesn't
was-
exist anymore, and that doesn't exist anymore.
He's gone.
I think there's this book. I think it might be called
The
Good
Bible?
Dad, Bad Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Wait, that's
But it's-
Kiyosaki,
It's
right?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
yes, but it's kind of in the sense that you were talking. So there were these two brothers basically, and they had obviously the same dad.
Disagreement or
The same dad who was an alcoholic. They didn't grow up, I guess in the best household, but two of them grew up differently. So one followed the same footsteps as his dad. The other one grew up more successful and wealthy. So
Sure.
people asked them, both of them. I'm
What
not
happened?
exactly how the story went, but how I remember it anyway. Somebody asked them, "How did you get to where you are today?" And they both said, "My dad was an alcoholic." So it's kind of how you go
Interesting.
exactly. It's how you
Right,
go about
how you
it.
view
You
it.
could,
Perfect.
you could take it as a good thing. You can take
Yeah,
it as a bad
yeah.
thing.
So, yeah, just to
I like that
articulate a
point.
little
You said
differently,
that
it's
very
kind of-
well.
It's perfect. Because
Yeah.
it's so true because you got two choices there. It's like, hey, my dad is an alcoholic, which turned me
This
to
way.
following my friend's dad and learning his lessons. So both of them said, hey, my dad's an alcoholic.
And that I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad that was actually very profound in the sense that it like everything is perspective, right? You can literally choose to view things negatively,
Right.
or you can choose to view things positively, and that is the difference. It's not that like necessarily positive people when they choose to think positively that their life is fucking great. That's not.
Right.
That's the furthest thing from the
It's
truth.
a choice, bro.
The reality is that their life is the same as yours, but they're just choosing
Exactly.
to focus on something else.
You
Not,
heard me saying
know,
that today to Ricardo, and like the question. I think I've even said this to you recently, man. As it seems so simple, but I was watching the speaker talk about why he lives his life the way he does, and nothing affects him the wrong way, and he can just get through everything. And the question is just, so what? Every time you tell yourself anything victimized, like, oh, this is hard, like this guy was not. So what? Like, oh, I didn't really have both parents growing up. So what?
right.
Like when you can ask yourself that question, like there's nothing else that matters. Like I think, somebody at work today was just bitching about, oh, like fucking man, outside of here, my life, but we're like, so what, dude?
Yeah, and
Everybody has a life, you know what I mean? But
right.
it might sound cold and it might sound like abrasive, but it's the truth, man. It's like my favorite fucking poem in the world is called Attitude by Charles Swindoll. And it's kind of ties into everything that we're talking about, which is like life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it.
And just gonna be like, that's what
I'll
I
tell you
think.
the God's
That's
honest
what I
truth.
think.
But that's where he got it from.
Yeah.
He got it because I put him onto this fucking poem. And it's so true, bro.
It
because
does.
I don't know if I necessarily
Style.
like the so what approach, but I understand it. I
you
understand
don't have-
exactly. It doesn't.
you
it
don't
doesn't-
have to like it,
It doesn't
bro.
matter how you feel about something.
So
that
what?
yeah, right.
It
Time is gonna
happened.
exactly
Whether you do or you don't, bro, this year is gonna pass.
right. Put it same
Whiskey
exact thing.
stuck in
Like
my
when
throat.
I'm thinking of something traumatic that happened in my life. Like let's say one of my niece died. Like it doesn't necessarily matter that I'm crying. That's not going to change the situation. But I understand what you're saying. Like, no matter what, it is what it is. It's just gonna,
Yeah.
time goes on.
Well, it's like, man,
was
hey,
gonna
man,
say-
why aren't you where you want to be in life? Well, like my niece died and my dad.
right?
So
People
what?
make excuses
So what,
for that.
bro?
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel like.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna bring up the book QBQ too because I feel
Love
like
that.
that's a good one, most definitely. Not more so
Shout out to my
focusing-
brother Andrew.
Right. Not more so focusing on like asking like why is this happening to me? In this situation because this happened to me and so forth, but more asking
How can I?
Exactly.
Why
How-
did I? How
exactly.
do I? Yeah.
Those
I'm
are
glad that you read that
important
book. That is probably that is literally the book right now that I'm pushing out to like anybody in my life that I consider like a leader that wants to grow and learn, because it's so easy to point the finger. It's easy for all of us. You know what I mean? And like I'm not
buck
perfect, bro.
passing.
Buck passing, and I'm not perfect, bro. Like it's a very natural instinct to be defensive, and just say, well,
Right.
fuck, man, like it's so hard to manage this kid, blah blah blah. But I'm like, all right, how can I do this a little better? You know what I mean? Like, what could I have done here to make this a little different? Like, where did this go wrong? What could I have done to prevent this?
What's
You know,
something that
versus-
you're working on, let's say today, that you know about yourself, whether it be professionally, whether it be personally, that you know about yourself that you're just trying to work on, that you're like, I need to stop doing this because I like the way
So
people
there's-
interact with me. For whatever reason, this happens or X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I got some things like that.
There's a few, but if I had to tone it down to the number one, it would be the second of the 5 agreements,
Right.
which is don't take things personally. Like it's very easy when somebody like says something shitty to you or does something to you. Or,
So you're saying you
like,
do take things too personal sometimes.
Exactly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm just making that conscious effort. I think I actually told Lily the other day, I was just like, what's going on? And I'm just like, man, I'm just sitting here thinking about what? On how I can communicate better when I'm stressed out and I'm coming across the wrong way. And then the response I get forces me now to take that personally when it's really not about me. You know what I mean? It's somebody's either having a bad day or the way I delivered it was wrong and it was interpreted wrong. But taking that action and making it about me is, dude, it just causes more stress than is ever needed. And when you can really not take anything personally,
So that's in your
it's a very
professional
liberal-
life.
No, it's
Anything
just in
like-
my life, bro.
and just in general.
Yo, there's very few self and like personal growth things that don't apply to both
Facts. I
facets of my
agree to
life.
that.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if I'm looking to grow and be more creative and collaborative in my work life, just naturally that happens, or vice versa.
Yeah, I think there are
that-
different expectations sometimes, but generally speaking, and overall, I agree with
But
you.
those are just limitations that you might put on yourself. Where like, hey, you might feel you're in a position in your job where I really want to be a leader and I really want to collaborate. If you're not applying that to your life, like if you believe in those things, then you're
Yeah.
going to want to apply them everywhere. But if you're just doing them because you're told, then it's not going to work out in the long run, anyways.
Right. I
Like
agree
it's
there.
difficult
In
to
that
be a leader at
instance.
work and then just turn it off outside, or vice versa. You know, like you, for example.
Yes.
You've I think you kind of taken the opposite approach where I have, you know, like I became a leader professionally and I'm transitioning that and just putting it in my life. Where I think you've always been just a natural leader and it's starting to reflect in your professional life.
Was that like a punch in the balls?
No, I don't think so at all.
Like
I
you just
think it's
started-
just a different
No.
path.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm saying from what I know of your professional life, you know what I mean? Like
right.
I've always seen you as a leader, but I've seen you professionally just kind of be an employee, learn, do your own thing,
Right.
And then naturally people gravitate towards you, and you just lead.
Right. No,
Where me, you know, like I was
making
never
a
really
joke.
a leader outside, you know, like work, all right, pool, you move up, and now it's like boom, I'm a leader. Let me start leading the people around me in my life too, not just
Yeah.
where I actually try to lead less now in work and just fucking like talk about life. Like work is gonna happen. The job is gonna get done no matter
Right.
what. You know, if I
Yeah.
can help with like emotional shit or just how to handle situations.
What about you? Is there something that you know about yourself that like you can?
Yeah, I was gonna say
You're
because I
okay
kind of feel the
admitting.
same. I kind of feel the same way because I always been more so introverted, and once I got into this job, I want to say this is my 3rd year. It's been over 2 years that I've been in this job.
And we love
so
you.
I definitely, getting into this job, it helped me with my communication skills. I'm sorry, and being able to deal with rejection, because kind of like going door to door.
You get rejected
and
a lot?
getting well, kind of just with the experiences kind of that you were talking about, like going door to door, you get that no and stuff like that, and I learned not to take it personally, because
Wait,
at the end of the day,
hold
I'm
on a
going to
second. You
somebody's
go
house.
door to door?
I used to.
Oh,
yeah.
you used to. I didn't
used
realize
to,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I used to. So going door to door, I realized like you really can't take anything personally whatsoever, because you're going to somebody's house. You don't know what happened 5 minutes prior, 5 seconds prior,
Right,
a week
exactly.
before, a day before.
No, you're right.
And they're giving you that energy. You may think like, oh man, like
They could have
nobody-
just broke up
nobody
with their
saw-
wife.
Exactly.
They could have just their son could have just
Exactly.
died or
So
whatever.
None of that. Like I learned, like kind of just like with that. At the
could've
end
just
of the
lost
day,
their job.
You don't know what somebody's really going through at the end of the day, so you can't
Ever,
really take
really.
that experience that you had with them
Personally.
to a personal level.
100% right. And it's even in smaller issues, right? Like
Right. Exactly.
at work, you know what I mean? Like you ask somebody for help with something, they snap you, whatever the case is, a canvas, you know, like you talk to a closer, like all of these different interactions where like, why he was being a dick, but you just don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you could have been the fucking person that talked to him after his wife started a fight with him. You know, it's never really about you.
You know what's fucked up? So like I hear criticism every now and again just from my peers, friends, whatever, blah blah blah. At the risk of sounding corny and fucking, vulnerable, I realize that. I realize that what we're talking about right now is a part of life, and I actively pursue to try to, be a positive interaction.
Yeah.
Right now, that's not always me. I came from a very different background. I mean, let's be very, very clear.
So what?
But right,
That shit doesn't exist anymore, bro.
you're absolutely right,
Something-
and it's hard to get over that shit. But
Yeah.
but the
Brandon, you
reality
got
is
comments?
that as a male, a 44-year-old male in America, that comes off weak. That comes off like whatever. But the reality is like
But
it's so.
that's
I
them.
can
though.
I
Like,
can have
somebody
a whole conversation
Yeah.
on
is
that
weak
too, but
Well, on
I don't.
44
I look at it
But-
as like a strength.
yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. But I feel like kind of how we perceive like, so what? Like you went through
It's
this
not
and
easy
that.
for me.
It definitely isn't easy, but something I also realized within this job too, kind of like being in the team leader position, and I'm kind of thinking it's quote unquote common sense that you should know certain things, but at the end of the day, it's not. It's through experience.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well,
So
'cause-
something I learned along with that, like I can't nag on somebody for something like, oh, they should know this, they should know that. At the end of the day, it came through my experience, and
Picture
I know
it
this
this
because
way.
of what I've been through.
Imagine you being a veteran, experienced ranger, right? Meaning going up a mountain or through the forest or whatever, and there's people that want to be a ranger. Now they don't know all the fucking herbs and animals and fucking terrain and all this shit. They don't know shit. You're walking them through this. You're going down the trail. You're pioneering for them. They're just trusting you. Like, hey, listen, you know, I guess you're telling me what's right is right. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No,
Solid.
no, that's right. So another thing,
Cheers.
to answer your question, that
Right.
is something that I'm super actively working on. Is I don't even know how to define it, but it's just being better at understanding what somebody needs when they're coming to me like for help or to talk or to vent, you know, because I have a habit of just giving answers and solutions. You know what I mean? Like, so somebody might come to
That's
me
the
like,
manly thing.
you know, like, and it sometimes it even happens with, and that's what I'm saying. This is something I apply to work and to life because, you know, like
It goes both ways.
Lily, Bella, Hannah, Andrew, people come to me constantly for just, hey, this is what's going on, you know, and they're just like talking. And my instinct is to give a solution. Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Yeah. And I'm trying to get better at
They're looking at
understanding
empathy.
when somebody just wants to talk and like they just need me to listen, not save the day, not give the answer, not give a solution, but just like listen and vent and hear where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you know, like because I don't like giving names, but you know, the person that's on your team does a really good job. Hey, does a really good job of telling me because you know she'll come in for 7 to 8 minutes. She's like, this person's doing this person's doing that, this person's doing that. I'm like, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? She's like, you know, I just want you to agree with me and just tell me he's being a little bitch right now. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. That's
all right, he's being a little
that's
bitch.
something
Fuck him.
that's something I always, you know, made a key point to myself too. A lot of times, or something I noticed anyway, is a lot of times people listen to reply other than listening to understand, which is a big thing for
I'll tell
sure.
you what.
Yeah.
How many of us or anybody that you've ever known have gone through a formal training for actively listening? That's a skill. It's a skill set.
It is. It's
And the number one thing, so
like
yeah,
because psychology. I'm very interested in
What did you say?
psychology,
The
and I
number
feel
one
like
thing
it
what?
ties back into psychology.
yes. So one of the I say number one thing. One of the major number one things is always repeating back what that person said. So if somebody says, "Hey, yeah, you know what? I don't want solar panels."
So you're saying you don't want solar panels?
So you're saying you don't want solar panels?
You know what's wild
Yeah,
is
that's
active.
how they
Yeah.
fucking know that you're listening to them.
Okay. Yeah.
You're confirming it.
What's wild is active listening is literally, so when you hear sales training and sales skills and all these different things, it all ties back to just listening. Because what you
So
call that is
sales
like,
always ties
well, you-
back to listening.
So what you're saying is sales always, we just keep repeating each other. No, but it's like, so when you said like, who's taking a class on actively listening? It's like, I don't know if I've done that. But when you say that, I'm like, oh my, every sales
know
book,
about it.
every sales book I have ever read,
Yeah.
or, you know, like,
Because it's a huge part of leadership.
well, it's a huge part of selling, like when you're dealing with customers, you know what I mean? Like, you, first of all, the days of like swindling and just fast talking customers is over. You have to be, there's not like the slick back greaseball sales guys anymore.
Right.
You have to listen and you have to understand and you have to truly acknowledge their concerns. And the best way to do that is, you know, like, all right, so if I'm
Repeating them.
if I'm hearing you right, you want to wait because you want to talk to your accountant because your concern is X and Y,
Yes.
Z. You know, so it's cool that that's active listening. Who's this?
So
There,
Let us
who's
get
this?
on
Skinny
What's up, Dave?
Daddy? That's JLIQ. What is Kristen talking about? JLIQ? Yo. Don't sell in Norwich, Connecticut. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Day 4 and coming with some fucking heat.
no, he knows it because of the
Literally,
deals.
mi
they
casa es su
sold
casa.
fucking-
You can have
in
anything in that
Norwich.
fridge upstairs.
I just had
If you
to
want
ask
anything in
them.
the
What's up,
freezer,
Dave?
Told me.
you can have my cat, my kids, whatever you want.
Well, you know what's fucked up? So when we're talking about this, like active listening, right? Communication is actually
Jay knows.
is a two-way street, right? You transmit to somebody who's receiving, and then they transmit, and you're receiving. That's the full circle of communication. If you say something and nobody fucking responds, how do you know they're listening to you?
You don't.
You don't until they repeat to you back what you said, and then you're like, okay, this guy's or this girl is actively listening to
This
me.
guy or this girl or
That's
these
true.
days we don't
Most
know.
definitely. That's true.
Yeah, I sold some
Real
jobs
quick,
in
though,
Norwich, man. Fuck.
Do you have a trash can?
Yeah, it's actually right. See the bar back there? Right near there.
Wait, you work here? Leave them on the table.
I know.
Hey, can you go fetch us some paper towels? No, I'm just kidding.
about to say,
I'm
I
kidding.
said
I'm
She
kidding.
said, I'm okay,
kidding.
Spider.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll do a little cleanup later.
I don't know. I just gotta clean up my space.
I appreciate that. That's respectful. These
So
guys
Lily,
just
you're like
fucking make a
quiet
list.
in the fucking building, in the office, whatever. Blah, blah,
How
blah.
would
got
you
these,
know?
like,
How would
deep-
you know? You never come to the
Listen.
office. When do you come to the
Everybody
office?
He's there
talks
for
to
like
me, guy.
30
You
minutes.
never come to the
Everybody
office.
talks to me.
On
I don't have to be in the
Wednesdays.
office.
He's there on Wednesdays.
That's
Yeah.
it, bro.
Everybody
Comes
talks
in,
to me.
Walks by, hey.
Nobody has ever said to me, hey, you know what? Lily's fucking rambunctious. She's obnoxious. She's loud.
Rambunctious.
She's fucking whatever. That's not you.
What do they
right?
say
You're
about her?
quiet.
No, Lily is rambunctious and fun and loud.
In certain maybe scenarios and scenes and whatever, but not
I'm
at work,
interested.
right?
Tell me more. How do y'all perceive me?
Yeah. Who
Are you a loud one at work? I've never heard you at
Who
work.
else is talking shit about Lily? like
No,
nobody
I-
ever says Lily's
Am I
fun
wrong?
and talk
Hold on,
to.
wait, hold on.
Like,
No,
Am I
what?
wrong? Am I like way off?
I feel like my personality, anyway. I
Alright,
am pretty
keep drinking.
quiet, but once, excuse you,
Just kidding.
but once
He
I'm
cheers her.
comfortable,
Keep drinking.
Fuck
cheers.
you.
but once I'm comfortable, I am pretty goofy
Shout out
and
to
I can't
Danny.
be loud.
That's my guy, man.
for
Fucking
sure.
love you, Scuns. Sorry to interrupt you, Lily.
You're like fucking talking.
so
You're like
sorry.
over here. shouting.
We're all talking about active listening,
I know,
right?
right?
So you're saying that you're pretty quiet.
Josh is like,
and
hey,
pretty-
shout out to Daddy.
That's why we turn the comments on. Nah, I do
What
love
up,
Danny,
Scuns?
though. These Scuns.
Yo,
We love the kid.
whatever.
That's hilarious.
I'm
me,
sorry.
right?
No, I'm sorry, Lily. I'm sorry. I told you I got fucking
She's
what
like,
is it?
so
PTSD
You're
or
like,
ADD, whatever
my
it's
cousin
called.
has cancer. What up, D Scuns?
I really miss my dad. Daddy.
I'm all like trying to sip my drink, trying to listen to you. I'm spilling stuff on myself.
Oh shit! It's all right. It's all right.
Have a napkin, actually, please. Thank you.
I just fucking bean you in the head with this
Appreciate
thing. I'll give you half a napkin. How's that? Is that good?
Better than no
I'll tell you what.
napkin.
So being half Filipino and half
I've never
Irish,
seen anybody wipe their face. Like
that mother.
I'm so sorry.
Yo, you're so stupid.
What?
I've never seen anybody wipe their. Bro, I hit it. She goes, "Can I have a napkin?" She goes, "I don't know."
You're an idiot, bro.
Everything
You're a
looks
fucking
weird,
idiot.
bro. She knows I'm not lying. It's on camera. She was just going.
Is that what you
Like
did?
it was the weirdest
Hey,
thing I've ever
rewind
seen.
the tape. Let's look.
Lily, you know I'm not wrong. That she was like, I didn't mean to
I
throw you
did.
out, but where did you?
I
How did you
did.
spill it everywhere?
Because
Jeez.
I
Look,
was
look, look,
listening
look.
and trying to sip at the same time. So when I went like this, it just, I
Like,
don't
she was
know.
The way I thought,
Alright,
like I
I'm-
brushed
I'm
my
too
beard
old
in the
to,
same
like-
motion. To wipe your face when you
It's
spill
like-
something? What do you
You
mean?
guys like joking around about some shit.
You're making
What?
me cry.
Shut up. You know exactly.
I don't know, bro. You gotta check your thermometer. You're just out of line.
You fucking asshole. I know what a thermometer is.
Is he really going? Like he's really going back on it too.
Did she do
Yo,
that?
can you pull it up? Can you pull it up right? Tell me you can do that. What did you clip it? You pull it up here? My boy, look it. Jay, tell me I'm out of line, bro. Like it just maybe I'm being dramatic, but it was just strange.
Ew.
She said, ew.
Watch when the napkin comes. It was just an odd way of wiping. I don't know. I'll give you half a napkin. How's that?
I'm like, all right.
Good. I love that we're really watching this.
Being half Filipino and All right, I'm never ever gonna talk like I do. We're in the office. I can't look at you no more.
I love that you did that quick on the fly, bro. Our technology is dope, dude. We spend way too much money for no views. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like all the shit we have, we should have more people watching. We need better entertainment. We should get new hosts.
Absolutely.
You just gotta use them buttons.
Yeah, play more crickets for us,
We
bro.
just need more buttons. More sound.
You don't need anything. You're good.
I forgot how long. I don't want to take too much of that because I'm gonna freak out. But
I just got a new one. I threw away my old ones.
Yeah.
all right, calm down, Bill Cosby. Don't monitor her drinks.
get sick of
Relax, bro. Let's not get crazy.
Yo, let her
out,
drink
man.
whatever she wants. Bro.
Whoa,
Is empty yet?
that was almost like accusatory. Like, chill out.
No,
That's a
no,
little
Oh,
weird.
shit.
It's all good.
So
It's all good.
something,
I'm like, it's all good. Cosby was cool.
You're like, it's all good. Just throw it in there. Drink.
something that I usually watch too. If it is podcast, if anything, I'm into like conspiracy theories. Do you guys have any or that you're interested in?
Yo, we had some flat earthers on here last
Yeah,
week.
did you?
Yeah. Yo. Tell me you're into the flat
No.
earth. Lily's like, yeah, did you talk shit more about my people?
No. I'm just interested in what you guys talked
You believe in
about.
flat Earth?
No,
You think the
I
earth is
don't.
flat or round?
round.
All right, good. If you would have said, I don't know, I would have had the roundhouse kick you.
No,
Yeah.
we don't have to have that conversation. I'm just interested in maybe what conspiracy theories that you've heard or that you're interested in.
What I don't know.
so many.
Conspiracy. The problem I had, I don't even like the word conspiracy theory because that word is designed to be dismissive to people with challenging ideas. You know, like the easiest way
Facts.
to discredit somebody is to call them crazy so
just
nobody
like, oh,
listens.
Conspiracy theories.
You know?
True.
I agree.
So like everything is a conspiracy theory until it's, I mean, think of the root of the word conspires, you know, to just.
Thank you.
But you know what I mean? Like everything is a conspiracy until it's a fact. You know? You might as well call it a
Why?
fucking
What
theory.
it sounds like you have something in mind that you.
To be honest, no. I was just trying to think of something, a topic.
You don't have
to
one.
You were just trying to like run the podcast for us.
Yeah,
I was just trying to keep this
She's
shit
like, I was
going.
just,
yo.
I was just trying to
going.
interview you guys.
What's
I
up
feel
with this
like
brand
one
of
of
shirt you
the-
wear? Why has it got two people sitting
Kappa?
side by side? Yeah.
Kappa. I don't know. It's Kappa. Search up Kappa.
No Kappa.
No
That's
Kappa.
what my son said. No Kappa.
It was like two naked people.
Right?
I don't know either.
I don't know.
It's weird.
But see, lost my train of thought again.
You were talking about what
Conspiracy
conspiracy
theories.
theories you are
There
into.
was this
Which ones do
one.
you
I
believe
think it
in?
might be called Atlas or Atlantis.
Atlantis?
Atlas or Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Is it the underground city, the
Yes.
underwater city?
You picked the like
Yes.
most
That's
like
Atlantis.
fucking like random. There's like bigger ones.
She's like,
I'm
I was-
surprised
But
you haven't
that's the
said-
main one. That's the main
That's-
one I could
well,
think
no,
of
like,
right now.
My favorite conspiracy theory
conspiracy
is
theory.
The one I found.
Christianity.
You're sick, man.
My favorite conspiracy theory is Jesus.
Wow. But I thought,
It was a
everybody
conspiracy
goes
to
through
kill
their own,
Dude,
experiences and so forth.
ancient
So Jesus loves you either way.
ancient civilizations in themselves are just so fucking interesting to go down rabbit holes. You know what I mean? To think is because I feel like we all have this image of people thousands of years ago as just
Primitive.
like, dumb and primitive and just fucking like I don't know, shitting on a fire and throwing a stick. But then you learn like, yo, they have like running
shitting on a fire
water,
and
bro.
throwing
You
a
know, like
stick.
just all these things that we look at as so modern that they were doing fucking like agriculture. You know what I mean? Like commercial style
Fuck
agriculture, bro.
Look at the fucking shit that they built, guy. Like that. Those are like engineering feats. We'd have a hard time with our technology and our tools to replicate.
chill.
That's like
Anything
fucking-
that was built ever, we could build now today. What are you talking about? Name one thing.
Okay, how about a 12-sided fucking stone without our technology today?
No, I'm saying with our technology today.
yeah, I'm saying we have a hard time. I'm not saying we can't do it. I'm
12
saying
side,
we
bro,
have
we
a
could
very
build a
hard time
12-sided
doing it
stone in
today.
fucking 10 seconds, guy.
Right, with lasers and fucking.
That is our
Yeah.
technology, you
It-
fish.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So you're
fish.
saying without
Right.
Yeah, without it, no shit.
No,
That's
no,
why
no.
it's
I'm
impressive.
saying that even with
with it, it's easy,
even
bro.
with today's technology, that's
Bro,
a hard thing.
No, you could print a fucking 12-sided stone in a 3D
you
printer
can't,
in
bro.
an hour,
Chill out,
bro.
bro.
What do you mean you can't? Do you know what a
You
3D
can-
printer is?
that's
could
hard to
probably
replicate.
I could upload that picture in a 3D printer and print
You
it.
asshole. We're not talking about the picture you had. We're talking about the
I'll
stone.
print that picture out right now. No, but the stone,
That's
I mean,
hard to replicate. That's very,
I
very
can
hard.
appreciate where you're trying to go with it. Like for its time.
No,
it
you
was-
know exactly
I'm
where
saying-
I'm going with it. You're just trying
What
to
do you
make some
mean, bro? You're
arbitrary
telling me we
mega
can't
point.
cut stone today, bro? We fucking went to the moon.
Is that what I said? We went to the moon, guy. Oh my god, fuck this guy.
Like what I'm saying, you don't think we can cut
even
stone?
that is
Jeez.
questioned. Even going to the moon is questioned.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Tell
Like,
me, you don't think we went to the moon?
I don't think we went to the moon.
Like
I do
as
not
I said
think we went to
before,
the moon.
I can't even speak fully on this
But no,
because I don't
you
know
can,
all the
though.
facts.
But we're not asking for a fact.
I don't
We're
know
saying
all the
what you
facts.
think. What
Just
you
from
think.
what I've heard.
We're just trying to see how
I
dumb
feel
you
like-
are. No, I'm just playing.
Yo.
That's what he was saying. That's I'm just.
That's what I was thinking. That's not what I was saying, bro.
She said, yeah.
You're about to see the Puerto Rican side of her
I
real
know,
quick,
she's
bro.
about to fucking
It's like
punch
letting her
me.
right in the face, dude.
I'm just.
You ever
But
see those TikToks,
There's
bro,
a lot
where
of
it's like,
things that are questionable. To be honest, with everything that we've
She's
been
like my
told,
position
it's
next
hard
to
to
Jay.
believe.
Do you think
It's
we went
hard
to
to
the
Next
moon
to
or
believe
not?
Jay is
it.
questionable.
All this stuff. I don't know.
Hey, Chooch, you think we went to the moon or not?
I think it was possible, most definitely.
You're such a coward. Yes or no, bro? Do you think we went or not?
How come he don't catch no shit for calling you a coward? I
Because
didn't
she
even
knows
say
why I
Because,
said it. Because she tried to
bro.
tiptoe the line and not answer.
Yeah,
She's
but I
not
didn't even
slick.
say that.
But
You're
she's
all-
not
you're all
slick.
right.
She
Look
knows
at-
what she was doing. I think
I
it's
don't know
possible
who's
we might
gonna
have at
view
some point,
this.
maybe.
He said, "Whatever, you're a
Everybody-
bitch. Fucking what? Tell me."
Listen.
Like you're just
Who do you
being
think's
straight
gonna
up
view it? Neil
disrespectful.
Armstrong? Nobody's gonna look at this and be like, Lily was wrong. She's done. Cancel her.
That's the
She
new
said
age,
no, it
man.
was
They're
yes.
scared of fucking rejection. They're scared of like
it's
being.
possible.
do you think we
It's
did?
possible that it was a yes, and it's possible it was a no.
Okay,
Oh my
Sherry.
gosh,
She's
Sherry.
like, Sherry.
Holy
bro.
fuck! Hey, call Sherry. Let's
Oh,
get her
shut
on
the
the
fuck up, bro.
Let's get her
Yo,
on the fucking.
that's what Jay said to Sherry. Was my favorite line ever. Sherry was like, I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just saying I think at some point we should start a conversation to maybe talk about possible conversations on the subject so everybody's happy. Sherry's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
She was trying to walk the
I
line.
love
like,
Sherry so much,
bro.
too.
Give me your fucking
Nah, I like
opinion.
her.
Which is
She's
wild
so
because,
cute.
yo, in real life, she's just about
Right,
it, bro.
exactly.
Josh, you do look skinny.
do you
but
really
yo,
think?
you guys are fucking hyping me
I
up,
said
dude.
what I said.
They're telling me I look so
on
skinny,
comment.
Brandon. Everybody's like, you look so skinny,
Hey, for real,
Josh.
it's
You
all.
look good.
They got
I
me
want to
like
say
this.
this. Hold on.
Here's what I,
Let's-
put
let's-
this song on for me.
Yo, let's not like fucking. Let's not. What
It's
the
all
fuck?
in
All right,
That's how I
thank you guys
feel
for
right
coming
now.
out. It's been fun. I was like, hey, seriously, it's okay to have an opinion, no matter if you're wrong, right? It gives a
I said
fuck.
my opinion.
Yeah, that it's possible that both are true.
It is because
But that's not
everything
an
is so
opinion.
suspenseful. And
That's not an opinion.
the
That's some kook
information
shit.
that we're given, and like you
Lily.
were talking about earlier, the government and all this stuff,
Lily,
we're just
look
so
at me.
misinformed.
Cuck shit.
But you have to believe one or the other. Which do you think we
Who
went or do
says
you
I have
not?
to believe one or the other? You?
Yeah, me.
or me?
Me.
Exactly.
I'm being honest
My
with you.
point
You're
proven.
being safe.
My
She's
point
like, what do you
proven.
mean to me?
My point proven.
I'm in a
To
lot.
you, your perception of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I want to say
Well,
yes.
you know what it is?
But
That's
it's true that it could be no.
Yeah, no shit, bro. But
I
that
want to
shouldn't-
believe it to be yes.
That means no. You believe we
But-
did. You think we did?
No, I don't know.
Here's how it comes
You whack.
across. It
I
comes
don't know.
across.
You're whack.
I am whack.
You're like, you fucking lame.
Whack, but I believe we went to the moon. I believe we went.
I get you.
I want to
I
fucking
get
hug
you.
Dave right now. It got me so happy.
I don't know. You know what it is? It's kind of like those things, like major talking points when you don't pick a side and you walk that line. I'm not going to mention any names, Nino. You fucking like, yo, I know you
As
did.
soon as you said it, I was like, you know.
that's the telepathic side.
We're like touching dicks under the table, and you know.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's like, listen, it's okay to whether you're wrong, right? It doesn't even
Yes,
matter.
boss.
It's okay to
Yes,
fucking
sir.
pick a side. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to say, you know what? I don't like fucking steak, even
You
though
help
everybody
her,
else
bro?
likes it.
Can you help her, bro? Give me the glass. This guy.
She ain't fucking
Can't tell
Corky
me to help
Thatcher
you.
guy. Push your fucking glass over there, Lil. Jeez.
Lil,
Lil.
Lil?
Phil and Lil.
we're on a nickname basis now.
Yo, Big Al.
Lil.
Yo, I love that you try to like cross the line. You're like, Lil, who the fuck you
Like,
talking
who
to,
the fuck
bro?
you talking to? We
One
ain't
of my
that
real
close.
ones call me Lil.
You know what's
I
crazy?
call
is
her
that-
Lil
no,
Lily. Lil Lily.
That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Lil
My
Barbie.
daughter's name's Lily, so I.
Yeah, I know.
always
We
refer
had
to her.
we talked about that before.
We did.
Damn, that was a.
We did.
This is getting weird.
is
yeah,
that weird?
y'all sickening.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. So I don't
At
think
the
that
end
with
of the
our
day, my name is
like 2
Liliana.
hours.
His daughter's name is Lily. It's gonna come up.
Right,
We
exactly.
right
It's not that
together.
weird. It's like,
saying shit.
what the fuck?
I'm just. Can we all
Like two grown ass adults. She has my name, my daughter.
Today, Junior. Hi,
Yo.
my name is. So, can we agree though that with today's technology, we could probably build rocks?
That wasn't. The,
I'm just saying, like this is what you had him
Yo.
pull up. You're like, with today's technology, we could do this.
no, I didn't say that. I said we had a very hard time, which we would.
I'm surprised y'all stirred back.
Even
to
with
this.
today's technology, we have a hard time lifting 80-ton stones with bulldozers, cranes.
How do you know, bro? Like, When's the last time you
When's
went
the last
to
time I was wrong?
When's the last time you went to a job site where they were trying to lift
When's the last
they were trying to
time
lift
I
a
was
stone
ever
and the
wrong?
crane was
No,
like,
I'm
oh no! The crane's like, help!
Bro, this is easy.
The crane just goes up with the stone, bro.
Searchable if you just research it a
All right,
little
do
bit.
me a favor.
Look up.
Just
hold
look
on.
up crane lifting stone.
No,
Let's
no, no.
look how difficult it looks.
Look up a bulldozer lifting a large stone. Just like very general.
But you're specifying and
I'm specifying the technology.
no, you're isolating one piece of equipment, bro. Maybe the bulldozer's not the best piece of
Okay,
equipment to
you
lift a
think
stone.
people are fucking dumb? They don't know like what's the best fucking
That doesn't
piece
look-
of doing it?
Listen,
Or,
I don't know
what's-
what a bulldozer does. A crane, which one lifts up
I'm
better?
saying there's people that do. There's fucking engineers that know. They're not
Fool,
going to
you're
use a
missing-
fucking.
Bro, you're not an engineer. What I'm saying is a bulldozer
Yo,
might not be
they're not
what's
gonna
used for
use
that.
a fucking bulldozer if it doesn't do what they want it to do.
Maybe it dozes bulls. I don't know what the fuck it
Fucking
was.
asshole.
It doesn't sound like it's not a stone lifter. It's a bulldozer, bro.
Bulldoze just push. So,
Yeah, bulldozers push. They don't lift you, Chooch. You don't even know what a fathometer is, guy. You're trying to tell me what a bulldozer is?
Shut up.
Lifting heavy. No,
excavator?
Excavator. I don't know what the fuck
no
it's called. 'Cause
excavator's
I'm
this
not a-
thing. Excavator's this thing.
Yo, our technology today has a hard time lifting these
Equipment
large ass
best for
stones.
listen. I mean, it doesn't look like it, bro. That thing was lifting it like I lift this glass.
That's
guy.
not an 80-ton stone. That's the thing.
How do you know how much that fucking stone weighs,
bro? Because I'm fucking smart. What the
You
fuck?
don't know how much that stone weighed, bro. 250
Yo.
grams.
I guess
kilos.
by the look of the size of it, he can determine possibly.
I think you're
How
doubting
much
the
it-
man.
Listen,
You understand?
I'm just
I
trying to
listen. I don't
chime
debate
in.
shit that I'm not like fucking. I don't know about. You know what
Bro.
I'm saying? So like when you're talking about 80-ton stones, I mean like this is like just basic kind of research that you would have to do
Nothing
to
is
see it.
basic, bro. Listen, bro, lifting heavy
you
stone
telling-
at construction site.
I'm not saying that we wouldn't have a hard time
Please.
if we didn't
I'm
have
so
a hard
tired of
time.
hearing your take on it. I want to see what the real answer is.
All right, you're just gonna find out that I'm right.
Moving heavy.
We
Then
just-
let me find out. All right. I need to
Fair
be
enough.
humbled. I need to be humbled.
Fair
baby.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You got me a 6-year-old, bro. That's what you found? You found the stupid kid in duck boots trying to lift a rock.
Hold on. When you looked up today's technology, a 6-year-old came up.
It was a 6-year-old on a seesaw trying to lift up a fucking rock.
Exactly. He's like,
Did
you
you
guy,
put,
like fucking.
yo, did you
To be
put in
honest,
Cambodia or something? Why are you getting these?
the youngest kids are showing out these days. The youngest kids are showing out.
You might
in
be
some
the worst
places.
Googler I've ever met in my fucking life.
Give me something.
Brandon.
Give me something, goddammit.
Equipment lifting heavy
I
stones.
did that already. I did that. That's
Yeah.
You didn't play shit, bro.
You got a
You
fucking
showed me a
6-year-old
kid
over there
with
like picking up
yellow
a pail of
boots, bro.
sand.
Y'all didn't even give it the
He's at
time
the,
of
yo, you know the
day.
playground with that little fake.
That's what came up with your search.
Click
Yo,
the
you
first one,
fucking-
bro. Let me feel the
That's
first
with
one.
No equipment.
Okay,
Hold on.
All
We're not talking about 250 kilograms. We're talking about 80 tons.
It shows a dude in a man bun flipping your stones, bro.
Jay, the fact
We don't
that-
even need
Jay,
equipment.
the fact
Like,
that we can't find it, though.
That explains the pyramids.
Right, the fact that you can't
Like
find it.
that
about
obviously
a
explains the pyramids.
Strongest equipment for lifting. Put that up.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
Guy shows, now he's
Yo,
showing,
you're fired,
he's
bro.
he's showing me how to buy an ice cream scooper. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck are you bringing up, Brandon?
He's
All right, hold
literally
on, ready?
typing in what y'all telling him though.
Excavator max load.
Oh my
that might be a good idea.
Y'all just
Excavator
telling-
max load.
Y'all ain't coming up with a good
What the
description.
fuck is that? Those are like fucking. Well,
How much?
Those are presses.
I think excavators dig.
Do they?
Yeah, excavators do dig.
Let's try this.
Look up, bro. I don't fucking know. I hope somebody watching right now operates a
The
machine.
very mere fact that we
We
can't
can't
fucking
find it, bro.
find it shows how difficult it
Okay,
is.
hoist, cranes, forklifts.
Okay, hoist.
How much does a hoist crane lift? Can
How much? Yes. How much can a hoist crane lift?
Hoist.
Hoist.
how much wood
Can a moist hoist crane lift?
10 to 60.
10 to 60 tons.
That's
These
yo,
stones
wait,
are
wait,
80
hold on, hold on,
tons.
hold on. That's how you spell tons?
in
Why?
fucking Britain.
Why does it spell like that? All right. So all right, so we gotta go with 60 tons. 60 tons. How much
That's
does
the
one
max.
stop? How much does one stone of a
max.
pyramid weigh? You're a max.
How much would Chuck?
How much does one pyramid stone weigh?
2 tons. 2 point.
You said 80.
Hold on. 2 point and change tons.
It's 2.5, bro. You said
Right.
80.
I just said 2.5.
But there are stones in the pyramids that are 80 tons.
So a crane could lift up 30 of those stones. You said, bro, your numbers are all over the place, bro. Oh, right there. The largest granite stones in the pyramid found above the King James. 25 to 80. So 80 is the max. So
yeah.
A hoist crane could probably lift
A hoist
those
crane
stones.
could not. The 60 was the max. They're not lifting an 80-ton stone. That's not going to happen.
Where was that stone?
He's fucking asshole.
Like maybe
You're
it was,
like,
on
was
the
it
ground.
already in the pyramid? Because if that's the case, then it didn't have to lift it that
They
far.
might have just dug around it. They might have dug around
You're
it.
like, it was one piece of rock, and they carved the pyramid out of it.
Oh, shit, bro.
You're like the mountains in Machu Picchu. They just carved the mountain down to make it look like an ancient
Wait,
site.
that's the steps with the grass, right? Machu Picchu?
That's in
Machu Picchu is it's like the steps. Steps. It's like a
all
pyramid.
that, the whole.
But no, that seems very doable. I feel like any contractor could do that.
No, that's Machu Picchu. Like all that fucking civilization.
That looks like a
shit.
cake. That's a mountain cake. Look at that shit, bro. Here's cut into a fucking 3-layer cake.
Is Machu Picchu rainbow cake? Let's look that up.
Wait, you don't think that could be done into like? Have you ever seen a fucking football stadium, bro? Like that's way more intricate than
but
that.
I'm saying, like, look at these buildings are the ones that
That
have.
llama is the architect. Look at that fucking
You're like,
llama.
yo, they built a fucking llama out of stone. I don't think they. Yeah.
All I see is cake on that bottom picture. Does anybody else not like see cake right there?
Cake.
Yeah,
But
these
anyway.
are real deal though. These are fucking beautiful.
With today's, what I'm saying is that today's
Put it this
technology, we'd have a hard time replicating
What's crazy is that the
what
fact
they built.
that's thousands of years old,
ago.
and we're even considering whether or not we could do it today, which is incredible in itself.
Exactly.
Because that is fucking, bro. That's amazing.
Not only. Hold on. You know what?
Said,
No,
wow,
hold on. Let's say this.
in agreement.
Not only doing it, but doing it up in the fucking mountains. Think about that. Like, it's not like.
All right, bro. Where, bro, it doesn't matter where they are.
What?
It's not like
You're
they're
like, hey,
doesn't at that point in
okay,
time. It's not like
it's
they were
like,
near a lowest.
Try
who
building a
cares where they were?
sandcastle, and then try building a sandcastle on like in fucking Portugal where there's like 30-foot fucking waves. You know, it's like a whole different environment. You're saying that building a civilization up in the mountains is not as.
I
It's
guess it
not hard?
depends what was there before they started chipping away at it. I don't know. Maybe it was
Chipping
always
away.
there.
They carved the mountain right now. Fucking built this whole civilization.
with bronze and fucking wood.
Fucking
Imagine.
chisel. You good, Lily? You quiet.
I'm
You don't-
listening.
How do you feel about Machu Picchu? And,
You
I
ever
don't
heard
know.
of Machu Picchu?
Of course I have. I don't really know too many
Sláinte.
facts about it though.
It's all right. You don't
Hey.
have to.
Let's speak on it.
Cheers.
you pour me some?
Do you believe they
Fuck.
use,
I poured every drink you had tonight. I
without
just
the use
wanna
of
know.
wheels? Do you believe that?
Thanks,
Pushing
buddy.
it up the mountainside, Machu Picchu.
How do they know?
Wheels is like the basic part of it.
No,
saying
I'm
without.
curious. Like, listen, how do you know they didn't use wheels? That's a crazy. Like, all we see is
No.
this ancient
Okay,
civilization.
First of all, they had to have known about wheels. Like, there's no question about that. They had to have known about certain geometry, which I don't know, but
Teach. Where's Teach at? Yes. No, but that to me, I don't know. Like, how could you ever prove they didn't use wheels? There's no wheel tracks. Like, there's no tire tread. You don't know how we got it up there. They got it up there. I'm like associating with them now
This is weird as fuck. To have,
to be able to do that without knowing what a wheel is.
well, to not having cranes or bulldozers and fucking.
Maybe they had them, bro.
Well, yeah, you're right. Maybe they were spaceships.
I mean, they had kind of the same concept, right? Like, what is a crane?
it's a bird.
They used like pulley systems, right, to build all that.
You
shit.
just did that, and it reminded me of Andrew.
Car. All right. This was a lot of fun. You guys ready to wrap this shit up or what? It's past Lily's bedtime.
Right, I said 10:30. Get what I.
She gave us a hot-
10:41.
What are you
It's a
normally
hard
doing
stop.
on a Friday night? If you were, let's say, obviously you're not here.
She was like, going on
Lately,
podcast. Going on podcast.
lately I've been staying inside, so
Yeah.
not
Have I
doing too
told
much.
you I love you?
If I'm not out, just
Where do you
home.
go when you go out?
Where you go out?
If
where's
I'm
the new
out, I'm
spots?
honestly just like chilling, smoking with my friends.
Where
That's
though? Like
about
out
it.
or in your house?
Where's the newest
To be
hottest
honest,
spots in
in my
Providence?
car.
I don't even know.
I just be
Really.
posted in my car.
For 44-year-old men? Bingo.
No,
bro.
I'm saying for like, when you're clubbing and shit. If you were
I
like,
don't really.
whatever.
That's not really my scene.
That's not a thing anymore.
No,
is
no,
it?
no. Well, okay.
I can't say I haven't been out. Like, I popped out for my friend's birthday a couple months back, but now I don't know. I just noticed it's not really my scene. I'm like, I'm awkward.
I wonder if like is the
I'm
youth
all
changing? It's not like dancing and shit and whatever, blah blah. Like what do people do? I don't know.
People dance. People just do
People
their,
don't dance anymore.
People dance. People do their little 1 2 1 2. I'm the type to kind of just sit there. Maybe I'll do my little teteo.
Your way.
My little 1 2 1 2.
Your sway.
But I'm not the type to be all out there and put myself out there like that. I'm
Why?
kind of just chilling.
Why not?
I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it's a confidence thing, but
I don't think so. You seem pretty confident.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's how I come off. But personally, I feel like I do a lot of self-reflecting. So I try
So
to...
is it less of a confidence thing and more of a judgment thing then?
Maybe so.
Because confidence is like you could go out and be fine and be secure in yourself,
Yeah,
but you
I
might
feel like
regret it
it's
afterwards.
definitely more of a judgment thing. And that's something like getting closer
To God?
to exactly getting closer to God.
I respect
I'm
that.
kind of more so I'm trying to
I do.
I live my life in conviction a little bit, to be honest, because I'm so on myself and trying to be more self-aware and just being self-aware of what I'm doing. And I kind of feel like often in situations where normally
That's a huge sign of maturity.
yeah.
For real.
So I don't know, kind of just like that whole clubbing vibe and all that
Maturity
kind of
is
stuff
not
is
the
not
word
me.
I would use, but I'm still
I get where he's coming
receptive,
from
yeah.
though,
I think it's just the wrong word.
but
why do you think
yeah,
it's wrong word?
I don't know.
To be
I'm
self-aware.
kind of changing in a way
That's,
for sure, but definitely
that
living in
takes- that takes
conviction
wisdom. That takes-
and getting closer to God. The one thing that a lot of people don't talk about that have this walk with God is
She's evil.
what?
Whoa.
What'd you
Bro,
say?
that's the second time you got fucking like death-eyed.
Yeah, you did death eye me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted your thought. I'm an asshole.
It's
You
what
did
he does,
interrupt my
honestly.
thought.
We've been
'Cause,
doing
like,
this
I'm-
for a couple
remember,
years. I'm working on it with him.
What's the game called again?
Pinball.
Pinball.
In the tail on the head.
With my thoughts, I'm like, I lost where I was. Honestly, I really did.
You were talking about why you don't go out because you're like a little more self-aware now that
Yeah.
you're trying to live a lifestyle that God approves of, I guess I would say.
In a way, but also I myself, because I don't feel comfortable in those situations anymore, I guess you can say. Kind of
Yeah,
just
but
being
isn't
out
that
there
all
like that.
But isn't that
And,
due
like,
to reflection
but-
afterwards?
Yes, but kind of in the thought, like when you're alone and I guess you can say isolated, you think maybe I should go with my friends, do this and that. But once I'm in that situation, I'm like, why did I come out here? Why am I not home right now?
That's
Like,
so
I don't feel
interesting.
comfortable
I-
right
I-
now.
I find
Like,
that- I find
I
that-
should be home.
That very
in bed.
interesting that at such a young age you're thinking about those things
Mm-hmm.
because normally, well, I say normally in my experience. Now that might not be normally, but I would think at being an older man that's something that comes later in life and after you live in the world and you experience things and you party and you fucking fight and you do drugs and you just you live life to the fullest or what you think is the fullest.
Fucking hate yourself with your string.
No, but I get what you're saying for sure. I feel like I
And
myself.
then people realize like, oh
Right.
shit, like
After they're
I
hollowed
feel
out.
like
yeah,
I
like
myself.
that's not really as much as it,
I'm ready to settle down.
I definitely grew up at a young age for sure, kind of just being aware of the certain things that are going around, like around me.
So what?
And so what?
So what?
For sure, but that made me the person who I am today.
Yeah,
Like I
you guys
said,
can tell me
if it's
what
not a
you're
blessing, it's a lesson. I don't take it as a mistake. At the end of the day, I learned from it,
All
and it
right,
made me
Cardi
who the
B.
person I am today.
I like
So-
that line. Not a blessing, it's a lesson. And that tattooed on my ass cheek.
For sure. So
No, I can respect
yeah,
it.
I don't know.
why you been through some shit or what?
Of course.
Talk
At the
about-
end of the day,
Talk
we
about
all
your
go
trauma.
through.
Talk about
Air it
your
out.
trauma.
Like that's all.
Air it to the whole wide world.
Told me right earlier. I was thinking today this is gonna end up coming like a therapy session,
Yo.
not even intentionally, but just
Like,
for
hey,
myself.
lay down on the
I'ma
couch.
just
Bring
be
the mic with
drinking.
you.
I'm sipping. I'm talking. Like it's gonna come out.
Here's a box
Yo,
of
you'd
tissues.
be surprised, man. The shit that has came out at this table where Chan and I are just like, yeah. That was wild. Maurice was a wild one, man. That man said some shit. Remember him?
I can't forget it. I'm like, yo, my partner is bringing. Okay, never mind. Yo, I live here, guy.
Yeah. Nah, he was actually dope, bro. Nobody's been
Nah,
more
he's
vulnerable
fucking
than
awesome.
him, man. But no, that's just what it gets you, and that's really what we go for. We're just like, there's mics here, man, but we're just three
Just
friends
talking.
talking and drinking,
Yeah.
learning, like understanding. It's like a forum. We're just,
And I'm
we're
sure
here.
you've seen that, obviously, watching certain episodes
She doesn't
between.
watch.
No, I
Well,
have.
No, I'm saying
I
like
have.
whether it was like for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. You've probably seen that between Josh and I. That we don't give a flying fuck what anybody's doing, right? We just see people. We just like when it comes down to it, like we fucking probably bust people's balls a lot, but when it comes down to it, we're not judgmental. We don't give a shit if you're black, white, gay, fucking straight,
could
Christian,
we be?
Muslim.
How could we be judgmental, bro? Like, I don't live a perfect life.
doesn't
I
matter.
live a very imperfect life, man. I fuck up so much, bro. I can't judge anybody.
I feel
You
like
do,
that's the
and
one
so
thing
does she,
too.
but
I
I don't,
come
but-
off like
Well,
I like
judge?
to
Yeah.
I like to say that I'm not judgmental, but because I feel like I'm so self-aware of myself and judgmental of myself,
Yeah.
I come off. I think anyway that because I don't like being in public settings
All right.
that much that people are focused on me,
So-
and like I focus a lot on other people, but in a way like I'm not like
The
I'm,
reality is
exactly.
nobody gives a
I'm
fuck
aware.
about you.
I feel you. I get that,
When you
and I
can-
get that, and I'm trying
when you
to.
can learn
I'm
that,
trying to
'cause
get
think,
through that.
You go to a party,
Trying
right?
to
You
get
go to
through
a
that.
dance or your prom or a dance.
You think you're the
you
fuck-
think you're the main character. You think I don't want to wear this.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you
gonna
think
think
people
it.
like, yeah.
But
Nobody.
when the fact of the matter is, dude, you show up. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're wearing or what you're dealing with or if you,
You know,
look fat.
I'm gonna add to that.
Nobody cares.
What you're saying, your self-evaluation, that's borderline. Now, really think about this. I'm not saying this to be a dickhead. That's borderline fucking vanity. When
Vanity,
you're looking,
can you?
That's
Yeah,
not.
when you're
that's
looking-
not
Elaborate on
borderline.
that. I'm
That
tryna-
just is vanity.
when you're looking at yourself so much, that's vanity. To even if it's to correct yourself and live a certain way and blah, you're so concentrated on your self-awareness that
Excuse
it's
my ignorance. I'm sorry. Can you explain vanity?
Look up the definition of vanity, Brandon. Come on, get
Yes.
to work, baby.
I'm
Brandon's falling
sorry.
asleep.
I
over there, my
never
boy.
heard
So-
that before.
I like the
vanity
slippers,
is
by
the
way.
reason why Satan was cast out of heaven. Excessive pride and admiration of one's appearance or achievements. When you're obsessive about yourself, like how you come off, how you're
How you're viewed, how
you gotta
people
be
see you.
Yeah, you gotta be
Even if that's
careful.
God, like how somebody else is looking at me right now.
Yeah.
Right. Again, you got to be like, it's a fine line between.
There's gotta be
Hey, listen,
balance.
I'm going to try to be a better person, but when you're so concentrated on that, that becomes vanity. You're so involved in yourself. You're
That's
so
true.
yeah. I find it in myself all the time. I say it to
Yeah.
myself all the time. Like, man, am I like? I'm trying to just be better. I'm trying to like be patient. I'm trying to whatever. But that becomes like your life, and if it becomes your life, then you're like, man, I'm focused on myself so much. That's got to be vanity, and that was the very reason why, like I said, Lucifer was cast out of vanity.
Damn.
Lily Lucifer.
Why you gotta tie it in like that? Like,
You
What do you-
insane have so many things in
So how do you
common.
feel about that, Lucifer?
why you gotta tie it in like that though?
How do you feel about that, Satan?
I don't know, but
Yeah, we're over here
Damn.
chilling with Lily, aka Lucifer Bear.
nah, chill. Don't say
Lucifer
that.
Spawn.
Don't say
I'm
that.
not.
Don't say that.
I'm kidding, Lucifer.
I
But
get where I get where you're
when you
saying,
really think
though.
about it, that's like the deeper aspect of it. Especially when it comes to religion,
Mm-hmm.
like, Lucifer said in his heart, in his mind, in his whatever. So, like, hey, I'm gonna exalt myself and be better than God. I'm gonna be just like God. That was vanity. That was self-love, self-pride, self
Right.
whatever, and
I
that
think
was the
it's-
reason why he.
Right. And a lot of
God
things
was like, hey, fuck you, you're out of here, guy.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things with friendships, relationships, a lot of things come down to people's ego. And I
Ego.
feel
That's
like
vanity. That's
Exactly.
all pride. That's all
Exactly.
same shit. It's all in the
Exactly.
same
We have
umbrella.
the conversation about ego all the time on here, and Gocher came on the podcast once and we were talking about ego, and we brought it down to something as simple as holding the door open. Like if you're walking somewhere and you see a person behind you and you hold the door open, do you hold the door open for people behind you?
I do.
What if they don't say thank you?
I thought of me as like, damn, like I did that for you. But of course,
That's
a part of me is also
100%.
like, at the end of the day, like I did it because I
But-
thought it was right. So
Right.
part of me, for a second, I'm like, fuck you.
But but you know, and that's
But
that's
then-
super normal.
Right.
But when you can truly understand, like that is your ego, and at that time,
Mm-hmm.
you're not really holding it open for them. You're holding it so you can get the benefit of a thanks, and them
Right.
thinking you're a nice person.
Exactly.
You
I
know
get
what I mean?
you're
Like
saying
you,
for sure.
there's
I would
common
never
courtesy.
agree with
And
You
that.
don't have to listen. You don't have to agree.
I do agree
I
with
understand
that
what
though
you're
because
saying.
Here's
I would
that's
never
that's the
agree
thing.
with that.
I don't
But-
feel
so
like
we're talking about
necessarily
ego, right?
it's
Let me-
me, but I agree with what you're
let
saying.
me go because I'm gonna double down on this. Here's how you know it's ego, because Jay just openly admitted, and I know he knows that it's right and it makes sense, but he would never quote unquote agree with it because his ego won't allow him to. And I get it, bro. Like
No.
I've been there. No, because you have
There
an
is a-
expectation of common courtesy, and that totally exists. Maybe they should, or they shouldn't. But
I'm hearing
whatever they do
Yep.
has no effect on your motives. If your motive is pure and you want to do it because you're a nice guy,
Right.
then whatever they do beyond that is irrelevant. The sense of
well, okay, so based off of what you're saying, can it be a double motive? Can it be, hey, listen, I'm going to do this right thing because I think it's right, and I hope they reciprocate, and appreciate what I'm doing. Now, do they have to? No. Your main objective is just to do it just because it's right, not for
No, it's
not for the feedback from what you're receiving.
No, you have an
but that could
objective
also
where you
be
don't.
a double meaning. Like, listen, when I do something when I think it's right, if I hold a door open, I'm just doing it just because it's a selfless act.
But that's not
I'm not
true.
doing. Hold on, wait.
That's
no,
not true.
You're saying it's not true, but are you telling me what my intention is?
Yes, because
No,
of the
no, no,
words
hold
you're
on.
using.
No,
The
no.
words you're using are not correct.
Well, hold
then.
on, let me say
Then
this.
you have to use the words that you understand because
Listen,
you're using words
I'm
you don't know
I'm
the
gonna
meaning.
explain this very, very clear. So if I'm doing something, if I'm holding a door open for somebody,
As a selfless act,
As a
which is what you just
selfless
said.
act, right?
Selfless. Think of that word,
yes,
selfless.
selfless, I'm
Meaning nobody else matters.
Right.
You're not doing it for
Right.
you. You're doing it for only them.
Exactly.
Selfless. Only them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So according to you,
Selfless. According to the words
hold
you
on.
used.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on,
Can you
just
look
let
up
me-
the definition of selfless real quick?
We know what
please?
selfless means.
I know. I just
I'm
want to see it for the. I
I'm
want
just
everybody
saying,
to see.
according to what you're saying, right?
No, according
based
to
off
your
of
words.
your logic, there's no such thing as a selfless act.
That's not true. Here's why. When
So
I
why
hold the
can't I
door,
open a door and be selfless?
you can.
Okay, so I
Selfless.
can, right?
Selfless.
But can I also, after that, add into the fact, hey, it would be nice
No.
if that person
It
appreciated
is no longer selfless once you have an expectation of them giving you something. That's not selfless. Think of the word selfless. I don't
You're
care.
combining the two.
I'm using
you're
the word
combining the
as its
two.
definition, bro. Like, what does selfless mean?
The bottom line is that I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for the reaction.
Okay.
I'm doing this because it's a selfless act.
And
I
the
would- Hold
reaction.
on. And I would appreciate the reaction.
Then
But the
appreciate it, but don't expect it.
Hold on. But the reaction
Exactly.
is not what defines it. Right?
No.
I'm doing this as a selfless act.
If it is a selfless act, in the root of the word selfless,
Right.
then that means you're doing it regardless of what you get in return.
So there could never be anything outside of
They
that.
can do whatever happens, but if you have an expectation of something in return, it's not selfless.
But you're not doing it for that motivation. You're assuming that that's the motivation.
I'm not saying motivation. I'm saying with the expectation.
You're assuming
Then
the
it's not
intention.
selfless. No, I'm saying with the expectation.
Put it this way:
If it's selfless,
if Lily
then it's
asked me,
selfless.
"Hey Jay, could I borrow $1,000?" I'm saying, "Yeah, sure. Here's $1,000."
Would it be polite of her to say yes? Like,
that's what
thank
I'm
you.
saying.
It would be polite. I'm not discounting.
Is that the determining factor? Is that my intention for
But
me
what
to
is
give her
your
$1,000? for her to say
So
thank
why
you.
does it matter if she does or she doesn't?
That is not in my intention. That I'm not doing it so you say thank you to me. I'm doing it because it's a selfless act.
I want to
But
be
it would
clear.
be nice. It would be
Yes,
nice.
it would be nice. I agree with you.
But
it would
that's
be
not
nice.
that's not my intention. See, that's
sure,
what I'm
we
saying.
can
There's a
agree then.
difference.
It would be nice. Nobody would ever disagree
Opening
with
a
that.
door for somebody.
Yeah, it would be
could
nice.
be selfless.
It would be nice.
But it would be nice if that person
Sure,
appreciated
bro.
it.
Nobody's ever disagreeing with that. It would be nice, but it's not. Just
that make sense?
understand that
Am I,
once
way out?
I get
once
where
you,
both of y'all
once
coming
you
from.
expect
I
the
actually
thank
get
you,
it.
it's no longer selfless.
She's like, all right, I'm out of here.
I'm not helping this bathroom.
Understand that. Once if you're
Yeah.
doing it with the expectation of a thank you, it's no longer selfless.
I agree with you there.
Okay.
With the expectation of a thank you.
But
I
yeah,
agree with you.
I would. All right, fine then. We agree. Thanking people for doing nice things.
We're just
is
defining
nice.
two different things.
I don't think you defined anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because there is a such thing as a selfless act. You can do things that have nothing in your heart and mind.
Yeah.
You don't care if you benefit.
Right, but a thanks is a benefit to you, to your ego.
Right, but that's in addition to.
But then
That might not
if,
be your.
If
that
you
might not
want
be your,
that, or if you expect that, or if you hope to get that, it's not selfless.
what I'm.
Selfless is when I
Okay,
just feed my
hold on.
kid every day.
Listen.
That is selfless. I don't expect
talking about two
anything,
different
bro.
things.
No, we're not.
Yeah, because
We're not.
Listen, the reason I'm saying for Jay O'Leary, I'm talking about strictly just me.
I'm gonna humbly bow out of this
The
conversation.
reason why I would open a door is not for my benefit.
So it never matters if they thank you or not.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Then what are you talking about right now?
But after I open the door, after I commit the act, would it be nice if that person said thank you?
But would it be nice is tiptoeing the
That's
line.
all I'm saying.
It's the same thing.
That's
It's-
not my motivation
No.
for doing it.
But what you're doing right now is you're doing what you fucking called out Nino for doing earlier, which is towing the line now and
I'm not
being
towing
fuck-
the line. I'm
it would be nice
explaining.
because you know it's safe to say it would be nice. But earlier you were
No,
saying
that's
they
the
should.
reality
It
of
should
it.
happen. It should,
I don't care whether they do or not. I'm
then
still
we're-
going to open doors.
All right, then we just wasted 7 minutes because we're on the same page.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Just don't call your act selfless if you want them to say thank you.
I don't want somebody to meld the two, like, oh, just because you think it's a nice thing that somebody says
Nope.
thank you,
No, I said
that's
you-
the reason why you're doing it. That's not my
You just
intention.
now you're skewing it because the conversation was always if you expect a thank you, it is no longer selfless. If they should say thank you, then it's not selfless. If you have any
All right.
predetermined,
And I
like
think
they
those
should do
keywords
this, they
are
should.
expectation and
should,
should.
yeah.
And, right. I don't expect that at all.
Because selfless is just hold the door and shut the fuck up. Hold the door and move on with your life. Let somebody emerge in front of you and go about your day. I don't need a wave if I let you go. I don't need shit from you. I just did it because fuck it. I don't care.
I think that's the extreme of it. I mean,
I don't think that's the extreme. To me, that's what selfless is. I'm
it's
doing
okay
it
to
just
do
because.
things selflessly
And expect something in return?
No, and I'm not saying expect something. I'm saying and still appreciate when somebody reciprocates
that's-
the appreciation.
Yeah, of course. It's a nice feeling if somebody's thankful. Like when I feed my son, if he says thanks, Dad, it feels
Absolutely.
nice. But I
Is
don't
that why you're doing it?
I don't feed him expecting anything in return. I don't
That's what I'm saying.
expect a
Are
thank
you feeding your son because he says thank you?
I'm feeding him because I
You're
want to
just
feed
a
him.
selfless,
Exactly,
loving,
bro.
outward.
That's just what I'm trying to
So
teach
whether
you.
he says
You
thank you
get
or
it now?
not. No, I'm,
Do you get it now or
you
not?
tried to meld the two.
I didn't try to meld the two. We have, honestly, we've been through this before. I'm glad that you're on this side now. 'Cause
When
before you
Gojo
were.
was here, you were trying to meld the two.
No. No. I'm glad you're on this side of the fence now, though.
You know what's fucked up is that when it again, this might be vanity, but when it comes to like self-awareness and doing things like that, I mean that's a small example, opening a door.
I can't wait to
but
put
I'm
a
saying
side-by-side clip of this one.
anything that you do where you're let's say where you're sacrificing or for whatever reason,
good,
whether it
though?
be your time, whether it be
Yeah.
your money.
I had to take a deep breath.
Yeah, you take a lot of deep breaths. They're like breathing on. You run down the stairs.
How about you? Anyway, I called Jay on the phone. I
Just
said
large.
something to him. He goes, "Rah," and hung up. What the fuck you do, bro?
I think anytime we do that, there's a
Disco
reasonable
party?
expectation. That's what I'm saying. It's not an expectation like you have to do anything. You're not obligated to do anything, but there's a reasonable.
If you have expectations and whatever your motives are for holding that door, that's on you. And I still love you either way. I just want you to understand the difference between selfless and selfish.
I know the difference. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. You're trying
I
to
get
meld
it,
the two.
All right. I feel like we've hit a standstill here. Remember we were talking about ego? You just got a very
in
you just got a
your
very clear
in your train of
visual
thought, you
of what
believe
ego
that
looks
you're
like.
only doing something selflessly if you get something from it. That's not
That's
how
the
everybody
opposite
thinks.
of what I said.
No, I'm saying in your train of
No,
thought.
no, I said the
because
opposite
you're
of that.
saying that that's how everybody
That's the
operates.
opposite of what I
that's
said.
how you think.
That's the opposite of what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
What
You're
I
saying
said
that
is
there's
if
no
you're
such
doing
thing as selflessness.
what I said, if you're doing something selflessly,
Look.
if you're doing
Am I,
something
out of my
selflessly,
mind?
you have no expectation of getting something in return. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that there's no such thing as a selfless act.
No, it's not.
Unless that person returned. Like,
I don't even know
Gives
if you're
you-
drunk or it's the shrooms right now. Very seldom do you not make any sense. But right now, you're not making any sense, bro.
what are you talking about? Bro, you're saying that a selfless act
Correct?
I
is
wish
what?
the camera was
Doing
operated.
something for somebody with no expectation of getting something in return.
right.
Right. So let me explain a selfless act. When I hold the door for somebody,
Yep.
I just go about my day. I don't look at them. I don't expect anything. I don't want to think. So I
Okay,
just
so
go
we
about my
agree on
day.
that point.
That's what selfless is, yes.
All right.
Cool.
So let's talk about 10 minutes later. Would you expect that person to say, hey, no, I'm not saying expect. Let's not use that word. Would it be nice if that person reciprocated to some degree an acknowledgement of appreciation?
It would mean nothing to me. It would affect me.
Okay, that's not what I'm asking. You're avoiding the
It would,
question.
no. The answer is no. It wouldn't be nice or it wouldn't be bad. It would just be nothing.
Could it be two separate things? When you
It would be nothing to me. It doesn't matter to
so
me.
etiquette is
Well,
not
more
in your
so, I guess
vocabulary.
maybe-
You know
Is
why?
there-
When
is there
at that
any-
time,
some
hold on. And that
instances-
time and 10 minutes later, the door holding doesn't exist anymore because it's in the past.
It's kind of like when
doesn't
somebody
even exist.
Hold on, it's kind of like somebody when you say thank you, somebody else says, "Oh, you're welcome." It's etiquette. It's just protocol.
etiquette.
It's yeah.
Etiquette
It's
is an
not
expectation of
expectation.
behaviors.
No. Okay.
No? What is etiquette?
No, you like.
What is etiquette? Please tell me what etiquette is.
But this
Is
is
this
what
not
I
an
feel like
expectation of understood behaviors? What is the definition
What-
of etiquette?
What I'm saying to
Yeah,
you
what you just said
is
was
the
etiquette.
difference between
Okay.
Real quick,
selfless
can I say
acts.
something?
Yes.
I
we
feel
need
like
to
this
stop.
also falls back on what I said. What people have, quote unquote,
Ooh,
is
that
common
came off the
sense.
dome. Sorry,
Maybe
Lily, I'm
common-
just proud. My ego is talking right now.
What we were talking about earlier with quote unquote common sense, common etiquette, but at the end of the day, it comes with experience and kind of, your experiences with others. I feel like that this also kind of falls back on that as well. No?
Well,
All right, thanks for coming out, everybody.
Did I lose you?
no. I just where you're coming from, yeah, because like that's the
I'm
thing. The way we grew up
confused,
is
no?
like in our
Y'all
experience,
making me
you
feel
say
stupid
thank
right
you,
now.
you
No,
say
what
you're
are you
welcome.
talking about? Hey,
You hold the door,
don't
you
ever
get a
feel
thank
stupid
you.
out.
Right, like that's how we experience life. So we think like, oh, that's what should happen. But it gets to a point where you can really take a deep dive and say, hey, am I holding the door open because I want to get a thank you from this person so they think I'm a good person? Or am I just holding the door because I don't give a shit and I want them to go in before me and I don't want them to have to hold the door for me? That's all I'm saying. So like we
get where
can say
both
like
y'all
the
coming
expectation,
from.
we can say etiquette, we can say all these things, bro.
That's
All right.
I feel like this is one of the things that came down with the meeting too. We were talking about expectations and
Right,
something
right,
that I
right.
always talked on, like
Josh,
just like with
yo,
my friends and
look-
personal, of course, is usually when it comes down to like being, I guess you can say maybe disappointed in what others' reactions are in a way. It comes down to expectations and what we think of them and what they
Yes.
should be doing. Everything really comes down to expectations when we're disappointed, when we're sad, anything. It really
Right.
comes down to expectations.
Right. Either you let yourself down, you either fall short
Mm-hmm.
of your expectations or somebody else does. Brandon, ask me if work. Josh, do you need me to do the numbers? Look at this fool, bro. I can think of a selfless act. I bet you can, Brandon.
I just want to
Your
say
little
that,
saliva
Lily,
face.
I'm a big fucking ball buster, and so is Josh, obviously. I don't ever want you to take anything personal.
And don't
No,
ever feel
of
stupid.
course. Of
Just
course. I
because-
myself, that just how I am,
You
I'm
can
Yeah.
going to be
literally
like, what?
say on the podcast that you fucking,
What do you mean?
whatever. You do whatever.
Well, just because you
It's
said
like,
some
doesn't
stupid
matter.
shit that doesn't make sense, you don't have to feel stupid. Like we do that all the time.
I know.
We don't want you to make you. We don't want to make you feel
We just
immature and
argued
fucking
for 10
ignorant.
minutes about holding the door for someone.
We don't want to make you.
And
I
even
know.
when
Once
I'm-
the bathroom came back, I was still in the same conversation.
But
I'm
what
like,
hurts me the most is
okay.
like, to me, it's like a lose-lose because either I'm wrong and I lose, or I'm right. Like this time, and my friend looks bad because, and I hate getting into those conversations. I don't want him to look that silly.
I don't ever look silly, bro.
My boy used the word etiquette. That was like the mic drop. I'm like, oh, the expectation of a behavior.
Word.
So, anyways, this was a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
This was
fun.
It was
It's probably time to
definitely a
wrap it
great
up.
experience.
Didn't I tell you though? It wouldn't be like it's not awkward.
I
It's
wish
not
I got
interviewee.
told when we were live. Though.
Nah, I promise you
No,
don't.
that's a good thing.
Because here's what happens. He goes, "Hey, 3, 2, 1, we're live." You're gonna go.
You freeze.
So I'm Lily. I'm from Kentucky. I'm 22.
I like
And then people just change. I like God.
You're so good.
No, we love you though.
No, but
Thank
it
you
was
so much.
definitely
Lily,
very
for
fun.
chilling.
It was a good experience for
It
sure.
was. I had a blast. We
Wait till
love
you
you.
see
This was
yourself on camera.
fun.
I definitely probably.
I told
won't
you,
be
it's
able
gonna be
watch
great.
this.
Dozens
You're
and
gonna watch
dozens
it
of
and you're gonna
people watch.
critique yourself. You're gonna be like,
Nope,
what the
that's
fuck?
why I can't watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
But you know what's probably gonna happen? Everybody else that watches is gonna be like, "Hey, I saw you on the podcast. That was awesome. I really liked hearing it."
Exactly.
Because you know why? You're